everyone, and welcome to Games Done Quick as seen on TV Hotfix show, where we
I would say. So yeah, time starts when I actually pick on Bandit. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, hooray!
hooray! Good luck!
Hooray! All right. You guys can summarize the story real quick for this game.
Okay, so Bluey the video game is split into 4 episodes. Each episode is based, so you're going from point A to point B, picking up things, doing stuff.
Don't forget, we've already got lots of fun stuff
and
planned. You're going to play with
a lot of
Mum at the
cutscenes,
park,
really.
See Granddad, and there's a trip to the beach.
But the whole story is that it's the holidays, and we are going to be...
There, girls. Before you get to games, you have to clean up your toys.
What we 4-part episodic series. We find maps to find Bandit's treasure. Yes, we will show the end cutscene. Not the end part of the game as well. Where it was cut off in the GDQ run. We will show like the full ending of the game as well, which everyone's gonna be very much loving as well. So we learn life lessons along the way as well. But yeah, starting off, we are gonna be hopping along the way, or bunny hopping, because it's faster that way. So we're gonna be bunny hopping towards the children's bedroom right here and grabbing all the toys or the animals, I guess. Stuffed animals. There we go. So there we go. Because they were playing zoo.
Let's check the living room next.
All right, here comes the oh no! There you go. Big skip. There you go. So the reason why we're using Bandit is because he can actually jump higher, but also at the same time, adults can actually push or pull objects better than kids do. So why am I jumping? There we go.
The penguin is under control,
Puppy.
slippery little fella. To the playroom.
So yeah, most of the time I'll be like bunny hopping like this. And then we're gonna be grabbing a bunch of stuffed animals, and then we're gonna be playing like one of the 4 mini games in the game as well. So yeah.
Cheese and crackers. There are
spiders.
critters all over the place. Let's get that
Spiders
spider
very
first.
prominent in Australia, by the way. It's scary.
Yeah, you shouldn't be picking him
Very
up.
scary.
Not a good idea.
Save him.
All right, great answer. Great answer. There you go. Cool. And here we go. This is the first minigame of the game. Kippy Uppy.
Can we find Keepy Uppy?
Yeah, of course.
I want you guys to actually continue on with the hoorays as well.
Keepy Uppy!
Hooray!
Remember, we've got to hit the balloon.
So if there's one thing I
keep
can
it up in the air, and you
do, it's
can't
say
let it
hooray.
Yeah.
Just so much.
Fantastic.
The show has a lot of hoorays as well, which is very, very, very good, very cute. Yeah, very wholesome as well. Yeah. I didn't know about this because I run the game and I have World Record and such. I didn't know you can not touch the balloon with like your buttons and like it will just hit, which is kind of something that I found out like very recently as well. Anyways, this is gonna be a weird trick where I actually try to hit the balloon on the tree because it's faster that way for some reason. All right. It just doesn't pop.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's all we do with Hippie Uppy. And Bandit actually punches the balloon all the way to the children's bedroom or the children's playroom. And now we have to go all the way there. This is gonna be something that I'm very bad at. So, really enough, one of my weaknesses in speedrunning is platforming, and I just chose Bluey as one of the games to run because, you know, why not? As you can tell, I'm not really good at platforming, but sure, it is what it is.
There it is.
But how do we get to it?
But yeah,
We'll have to move stuff to
we
get to
go
it.
on the
Let's
ledge
start
of
by
the
moving
stairs
that
because if you
stripey
were to
box
climb
in
up the
front of
stairs like
pram.
normally, it's just
It looks
slower.
too heavy.
So there's that.
I can help you.
If
But
it's
yeah,
too
now we have to
heavy,
push and pull
maybe
objects,
Dad
which
can
is
help you.
better for the adults like
Mom.
Mom and Dad, or Bandit and Chili, rather than Bluey and Bingo. Although I wish I could actually play as Bluey or Bingo, so yeah, there's that.
Might need an extra pair of muscles to help
Okay,
move
so
it.
this is the part where I hope that Bingo doesn't stay there. Okay, thank God that Bingo
good.
didn't stay. And now we actually have...
Teamwork
Wait.
makes the dream work.
Oh wait, that's not...
Let's get that
I thought that was a
balloon.
hooray right here. I forgot. It was after this one. There we go. But yeah, right now we actually find the treasure maps that
Ooh, what's this?
we can actually like find along the way, I guess,
It's a picture
because
of me
you
when
know,
I was a kid.
Bandit actually keeps one of
You mean
the
the
treasure
aliens?
maps
Yeah.
What's
parts
that drawing on the back?
with him. Then now the children are very curious about the whole treasure map stuff,
When we
and
were
yeah,
kids,
there we
your
go.
Uncle Stripe, Uncle Rad, and I buried some treasure, and we drew this map so we could find it
That
again.
was so
It's a
cute.
treasure map.
Hmm?
Ooh, treasure.
It really
This
is.
show is
Yeah.
very wholesome.
Well, this is only
It's just
one
so
piece of the map.
good.
We'd need
I mean,
to
it's-
find
it's
the
fun
other two
for
pieces
kids
from
and
your
adults.
Uncle Rad
I
and
mean,
Uncle Stripe, so
I
we know
mean,
where to look.
There's a lot
Oh,
of life
girls,
learning
you don't wanna
stuff
spend
along the
your
way
holidays
with
looking for Dad's old
the
junk.
shows, and I really do
Yes, we
enjoy it
do.
as well. Although I also watch like only season 1, which is kind
Well,
of bad for me, but I'll try to watch season 2 and 3 sooner or
Uncle Stripe
later.
to see him tomorrow.
Looks like we're
Anyways,
going on
wait.
a treasure hunt, Squirts.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray!
Now you can play Keepy Uppy.
All right.
You found
So this is the end of
Dad's
episode
piece of
1,
map.
and here comes the
Let's
part
put
where
the treasure map piece in your sticker book for safe.
so you can hear that Chili actually
Boy,
stops
jump on
saying
that treasure
stuff
map piece.
after save.
This is the sticker book, you little
In the
stamps.
current version of the game, you
Just
could actually
imagine how
hear
it's going to look
Chili
when you
actually
filled it up at the end of your
completing that
holidays.
sentence by saying safekeeping.
These are all
In
the
the legacy
pieces of the
version of the
map you
game,
found.
the
Select
audio
the
is
map
cut
at
off,
any
which
time
saves
to
like
continue
a
our
second,
adventure.
which is kind of weird.
You've
And
unlocked
also at the same
these
time, there is going to be an
locations.
audio glitch
We
in the
can
game as
travel
well
to
on
our
the in the
favorite places
legacy
from
version
here.
of the game. So
You can now
you're
go
gonna
and find
hear
these collectibles in
a
our
very
house.
infamous line
Where
that
do you
we
wanna
all
go?
love in this game.
All right, gang, let's go and meet Uncle
But yeah,
Stripe
we're
and
coming
knock
into
on the
episode
park.
2, and episode 2 is called...
Oh no.
Oh god, I don't remember what episode 2 is.
Oh, no.
Rescue.
Rescue, there you go, yeah.
This episode of
There you go,
Bluey is
Rescue,
called
yeah.
Rescue.
So Rescue is mostly just
Come on,
meeting
kids. You're gonna be late to meet
one
Muffin
of
and Uncle
Bandit's
Stripe.
brothers
We have to catch
and
Gecky.
his kid as well.
Oh, Bingo, that's going to take a long
in a
time.
playground.
We'll
We're
have
playing
to
dress
help
up as
Gecky
well.
get down.
Good idea. Let's
Oh
grab
no,
something to stand
Gecky!
on.
Why is Gecky on there? Who brought Gecky up there? Bring him down
Gotta
right
save him.
Oh, poor Gecky.
Mhm.
It's still too high. We can't get it.
Come on, kids, let's go to
Alright, so this is gonna be a long cutscene as well because it's gonna be a journey towards the playground. But anything you guys want to talk about so far? Because I've been talking so much. Hooray!
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 Yeah, so the main a big part of this speedrun is moving after a cutscene. So you can't buffer your inputs and move it in a direction as soon as the cutscene ends. You have to pre-move after the cutscene from your stick being in neutral to the direction you're going to. But what we sometimes do is wriggle the stick like left and right to go up, so then the game knows what direction we're going, which is where we lose and save a lot of time in between every cutscene, which is really cool.
Alright, let's head up there and see if we
Alright,
can
here comes my
spot
B-hop
Muffin and
skills, or my platform skills right now. This is very hard for me to do. There you go.
Whoa, what
Oh.
It's so weird, like, it really changes, like, scenes from when I touch that platform, that bottom platform.
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
that jumper is definitely different.
further from higher
It like teleports you.
Come on, Bingo.
Alright, here comes something that I wanna, like, question. So we all know that Bluey, or the Healer family actually crossed this bridge right here to and passed that playground, but by passing that playground, you know, the kid and the dad, I forgot what the names are because I'm so tired. They're just there, and like we're scanning to find them. How did we pass the playground when they're there earlier in the game as well, or earlier in the scene?
Hi, Bluey. Hi,
So
Bingo.
weird, but yeah.
looking sharp, mate.
Yeah, Muffin wanted to play dress up.
And now we actually
Ooh,
go with
nice, yeah,
Muffin right here. Muffin wants to play dress up with everyone, so there's that.
What should we play?
Also, by the way, I'm running this game at 8 a.m. in the morning, so tired brain. I haven't slept yet, but I'm very excited for the Bluey run anyway. So I'm very happy to actually run Bluey.
I know.
For everyone as well. Like I said, big shout outs to Philly once again for actually running this game at GDQ 2024. Really wish I could go on site as well, but you know,
Yes, Muffin?
he did the run so well. But by the way, this part over here we're gonna be introduced into another new mini game, which is called Ground is Lava, and Ground is Lava is very I mean it's very like oh my god, I can't even think. It's just ground is lava, that's it. You just don't touch the floor.
The ground
There you
is
go.
lava.
Yeah, there you go.
The ground is in fact lava.
You touch
can't
it, it is
see
lava.
People, where
You can't see it, but kids can see it. And as a former child, it's definitely real. As
someone who was once a child myself,
I was
I can
born at a
confirm.
I was born at a very young age. It was hard, but we made
Man,
it.
this lava is everywhere.
We did it, and we did learn that the ground was in fact lava, and that's the key takeaway.
We'll have to climb and jump our way
Yep.
there.
So here we go.
So I'll chat say sleep deprived, hooray.
Let's get to the next one.
So yeah, Ground is Lava is kind of I wouldn't say difficult, just okay, you don't deserve that, but sure. It's very inconsistent.
If something's
Jumps sometimes don't register, sometimes the lava doesn't register, sometimes you get spawned in it, it's great. This slide exists.
Yeah, that's a hard jump to get that last thing,
Yeah.
object.
That's a very hard jump because the slide doesn't really cooperate with you, and like you just can't really go through it. Also, by the way, going under the slide is actually faster than going around the slide. I found that out because I was like trying to route this game a little bit, and then I was like, oh, going under is better. That's it.
All right, you legends have fun. Dad's gonna
Lots
put
of
his
slide
feet up.
movements that we do that might go under the radar to the average eye.
Please.
But yeah, Dad now has to
Okay,
play the
one
game. Dad did play the game. Hooray!
Hooray!
Hey,
Unfortunately,
episode.
we do not have audiences to actually like say hooray for us, so we have to improv for it. This is gonna be one of the hard parts of the game as well because at this part it could go right or wrong, which I hope it doesn't go wrong. Please don't go wrong. Hooray!
hey.
So there's a small chance that the character spawns on the lava instead of on the chair, which would mess up the setup or the skip for this level because it pushes you all the way to the start.
Okay, but we have
Yeah,
to do
hopefully,
it.
Let's see what happens.
yeah, hopefully don't touch the lava. Oh, I didn't touch the lava.
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
let's
Okay,
go.
let's go.
Oh yeah!
Princess Muffin, we're here to
We're here to
rescue
save
There's the
you,
end.
Muffin.
It's tiring waving and looking pretty.
Yeah, it's so weird that
This is your
you could
reward
actually
for
move
rescuing
on the
me.
lava, but like, you know,
Ooh, shiny.
very lucky that it
Thanks,
didn't
Muffin.
happen. And we're coming to the end of episode 2 as well. Episode 2 is just that, yeah, we just help Muffin with rescuing her, and then she gives us treasure, and
Let's
then
go, Muffy.
we're
We
gone.
gotta get back
Oh,
for
by the
lunch.
way, yes.
Okay,
I actually I actually
was there
lowered
anything
down
you
the
wanted to
world
ask
record time
Uncle
by
Stripe
0.6
before we go?
seconds
Oh, yeah.
today, which is so weird because I was like, yeah, I wanted to de-rust on the on the run, and then
How
I just
could I forget? I still keep it
lowered
with
down the
me in
time
my
by
wallet.
0.6 seconds. So yeah,
Here, have a look.
so the record is still 35:12, I think,
Uncle
but
Stripe, what is the
less than
treasure?
6 seconds now.
Yeah, when we were kids, we had the greatest toy in the world.
Also this
The
part,
record
this
that we
part.
got.
Dad, I'm busting. Let's go.
In a minute, Muffy.
She's busting.
Busting.
She's busting?
Sorry, girls, we have to
Excuse
go.
me?
Don't lose that.
What? That's Australian slang. You need to go to the bathroom really bad.
Yeah,
Look, Bingo.
I didn't realize that was Australian only.
yeah, I was
What?
wondering
Yeah, it
about
is.
it. Yeah, wait.
Yeah, no.
Great job!
Hooray!
Hooray, I think.
Round it up.
Not hooray for the busting, I swear.
You
Not hooray
found
for the busting.
Uncle
But
Stripe's
yeah,
missing
busting
map.
is like a Australian term for peeing
Let's
for
put
some
the treasure
reason.
map piece in your
I was
sticker.
shocked to hear
So weird.
that.
Yeah, because I
Try
think
finding
at
that
one
treasure
point in the
map piece.
run, Spike
You
was
can
losing
now
his
go and
mind.
find these
Spike Vegeta
collectibles
was
in the
losing his
playground.
mind over the word busting. It's
Where
like,
do
yeah.
you want to go?
All right, this is episode 3. There's gonna be one line. You guys didn't. If you ever watched the HGQ run of this of Bluey, you guys didn't hear this run. This line right here. This is gonna be a repeated line. I'm gonna be very silent.
Answer the door.
But I have to do the skip as well. This is called a sprinkler skip, and we are supposed to meet Uncle Red at the back of the house.
Meet us round the back.
But there's gonna be one line that's gonna be repeated again and again and again because there's gonna be like some kind of audio glitch. So here we go.
Come on, Squirts. Let's meet Rad in the backyard. Come on, Squirts. Let's meet Rad in the backyard. Come on, Squirts.
on,
Let's meet
Squirts.
Rad in the backyard.
Come on, Squirts.
Let's meet Rad
Come
in
on,
the
Squirts.
backyard. Come on, Squirts.
Come on, Squirt.
Let's meet Rad in the backyard.
All right,
Come on,
here comes the
Squirts.
lineup for
Let's
me.
meet Rad in the
Hopefully I get
backyard.
this.
Come
Alright,
on,
so
Squirts.
Juho is
Let's
lining
meet Rad
himself
in the
up
backyard. Come on,
pixel
Squirts.
perfectly, or
Let's
it's
meet
a
Rad
little
in the
bit precise,
backyard.
but not
Come on,
perfectly
Squirts.
precise,
Let's meet
to
Rad in the
run
backyard. Come on,
directly into a
Squirts. Let's
cutscene
meet Rad in the
bubble.
backyard.
Or
Oh, there we go.
oh,
Nice.
he got it. Yes. So there's a little specific zone of the bubble that makes it so the cutscene plays, but you're still able to move, and it's this glitched in between state, and we're able to just skip the whole thing and go to the next mission.
Yeah,
Huge skip.
There's only one sprinkler
Discovered
left.
by
Hurry up.
a Philly,
Biscuits.
right?
Yeah, Philly.
Captain's on the
So
other
think Philly,
side.
yeah, so Philly was the one who actually
Then
found
you
that
jump over the
sprinkler skip,
bushes.
and then another runner called CC, or I wanna see CC, actually like found out a lot more or further studied the skip, and then the lineup was made by me and HS Blue.
Uncle Rad, did you bring the
Yeah,
treasure map?
all the top runners use different types of lineups, and they all work great.
I also brought you your Christmas
And this
present.
wouldn't have been possible without CC, because we had no idea what was causing it until we overlapped all the images when it worked. Genius.
Chatterbacks! We're here for Chatterbacks!
Oh no.
100% more talking.
Great.
So Chattermax is the
This
very
episode of
annoying
Bluey is called
robot
Chattermax.
or toy that Uncle Rad
What
actually
have you
gives it
done?
gives to the
I'll
kids.
try this
So
one too.
Wait, you hide there
Oh, crikey.
Just that one.
but yeah, so the parents do not like Chatterbacks, and as you can tell, it's very annoying. And our job right here is just actually feed Chatterbacks along the
What
way.
should
So
we
yeah.
feed it? What healthy
I honestly,
high
I
tech.
honestly love the whole like Bluey community, honestly, because we get to find a lot more stuff in the speedrun and such, and
Stuff like
yeah.
fruit,
Yeah.
carrots, asparagus,
Yeah,
edamame
shout out to the
beans.
community. We have a Discord chat where we all talk about the game and
Strawberries are
chats
healthy, right?
and improve
Right,
each other
can I
and help each other
grab
out.
them?
It's great.
All right.
Good job. Strawberries secured.
Strawberries. So we got strawberries, and we're going to go back to Cheddar Max. Okay, this is the part where I really need to remember because I'm actually big dum dum. That's how I could say. It's in the middle of the room. There we go.
Let's feed our feathered friend.
So this is the only part of Cheddar Max that Cheddar Max is going to be at that part of the room. Other than that, he's going to be at the back of Bandit the whole time after this part.
That's not
But yeah.
squeaky.
Nah, you won't know the difference.
Sure, he doesn't know the difference. Oh no, it's so annoying. But yeah,
This is your fault.
We have to find something squeaky.
now we have to find something squeaky, which
Oh, yeah,
here comes
in
the part
bathroom.
where I'm very angry about, like angry horse. We actually go to the bathroom right here, and actually, you know, there's a rubber ducky in the tub.
He's in the bathtub.
Why not just take the rubber ducky in the tub? Like ask mom or dad to do it. No, we have to use a stool and just turn the water,
Ducky.
waste water, and then grab the ducky.
Oh yeah.
And the mum and dad grabs the ducky anyway
Yeah.
because we play as Bandit.
Can I do this, please? Thank you.
But we have to fill up the tub with water first, and they better have a bath. That's all I'm saying. Like they better have a bath.
Yeah, you better
and
have
not just waste
a
it.
bath. Yeah.
Right. Now we can catch ducky.
Now we can take the ducky. Can I take the ducky?
Here we are. One squeaky ducky. Let's get it back to Cheddar Max.
All right, we're gonna bring it back to Chattermax so that he could eat it. It's right here. There we go.
Pumping off the balcony.
Look at both of them.
We
Blue
found
and
something
Nichole.
squeaky,
No.
Cheddar Max.
There we go. That's very good. Like
Well,
placement.
at least it's educational.
All right. But this is not over yet. Chattermax is like
Make it stop.
more hungry, and he wants like more stuff as well. So we're gonna try to get flowers for it.
On the deck.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ha! 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 Ha!
You can actually soft lock the game here, which I learned yesterday.
This flower's
If you overwater this plant, you just
It's nearly
completely
dead.
lose control of
No,
Bandit.
it's not. We just need to water it.
Yeah, so this is the
I
only
like
plant
this.
in the
There's a
game that you
tap
have to
up here on the
water
deck to
2
fill it
times
up.
instead of 3 times. And so, if you accidentally water it a third time before the
Fill to the
cutscene
top.
triggers, then the
Hooray!
game doesn't know what to do.
Hooray!
Hooray! Oh my gosh!
Forgot about that. There we go.
It's going.
Good work, everyone. Let's feed it to that little tyke downstairs.
All right, so we're gonna take the flower and actually just feed the Chattermax, and then we have one more thing to do, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, wait, is it one more thing? I don't remember. All right,
Go, Cheddar Max. Something pretty.
is it one more, or is it they just take it to
No,
the
this
room?
is it.
Yeah, we just take it to the
Start
room. Yeah, yeah.
chasing.
Hooray!
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 That's enough excitement for today. Kids, can you take Chattermax into the playroom?
Okay, Mum.
So this is the part where it's still a long cutscene, but anything you want to talk
What?
about so far?
The girls love it.
We just watched the cutscene, I guess.
Showsters. Yeah, just watch the cutscene. I mean, coming up is
They're getting exercise.
Chattermax Chase, which is the next mini game.
Oh yeah.
This one's kind of interesting. There's a lot of objects on the ground that you and Chattermax get stuck on and can block you from picking them up. But Juho's just gonna do a bit of gaming and it'll be fine.
True. Which I hope to actually hit all of them as well. This one's the hard one. Oh, there we go. Cool.
Nice, there you go.
Easy.
Hold
So,
on tight.
weird thing as well,
No
I
more
might get
Chattermax.
blocked over here by either Rat
Aw.
or someone else, but hopefully I don't.
You need to ask your Uncle
but
Rat about
basically,
Oh yeah.
now we have to ask for Uncle Rat about the map,
Can we
and
have a look at
now
your piece
Uncle
of
Rat wants to give
Sure
you
thing.
guys the map.
It's here in my
but-
wallet.
Plot twist!
I remember when we buried it all those years ago. It's a funny story.
Going
My wallet.
mine now.
The map.
Alright. There we go, I didn't get blocked at least. I almost got blocked though.
Oh.
Yeah. This is something that I don't do, which is like much safer for me, which I think Philly and HS Blue actually does. So you can actually go towards the side of the how you say it, side of the ledge, and actually jump like further and it is a quicker kind of strat. But I don't do it because I'm like doing safe strats, I would say. I'm also bad at platforming, as you can tell.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky jump.
It is a very tricky jump, yeah. Alright, let's go find Chattermax right here.
I'm worried about how quiet it suddenly is.
Oh.
Maybe let's check the cupboards or
Alright.
anywhere it might be
Here
able
it
to hide.
comes! More Chattermax!
We
Chattermax.
found it. Wait,
But wait,
Wait a
this is a
minute.
different color.
Chattermax red?
What is this?
Oh yeah. Who's
Hold on a
this
minute.
Chattermax? It looks like our
Wait a minute.
So weird thing is that Chattermax can teleport.
Does it?
I didn't know about this, but like someone said that it can actually teleport, so I'm like kind of questioning about that.
Seems
But
like
we have to
it's
go all
back
the way downstairs. Okay, this part is the left. Need to remember this. This part is the left. I've been going.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been going to the right side for some reason.
Left.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been going
Let's
right
go.
for some reason, and I have no idea why. But yeah.
And don't let
Muscle
it go.
memory.
Grab it.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah, this is like hooray! Sorry.
Hooray!
I was about to say, this is like one of those instances where like sometimes if you want to point your analog stick towards the direction that you're going to, it just doesn't want to, and just like it just stays there until like you flick it around for a bit. So it's kind of weird, but it is what it is for now. All right, one last time.
When's this thing gonna run out of
All
batteries?
right, one last time, and then we can
Not
actually
soon
end
enough.
off with episode 3. And then episode 4 is the one that is very crucial as well.
Hooray!
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 That was
Chattermax jail.
One map piece.
Chattermax
As
jail.
promised.
Yeah. So episode 4 is very crucial because if you ever watch like a Bluey speedrun of the game, basically the first half of the game is just optimization of movements and a lot of bunny hopping and such. The second half of the speedrun is basically just doing the skips, right? Like doing the sprinkler skip and also the rubbish skip that was not shown off at GDQ. But I'm gonna hope that I can actually show this off because this is gonna be a very hard skip for me to do. It's very inconsistent, but also at the same time, only me and another person can do. Hooray!
Great job!
Hooray!
Episode. Now you can play
I'm also very
Chattermax
glad that I
Chase.
can continue the tradition of the hooray.
You
So
found
yeah.
Uncle Rad's piece
I mean,
of
it was a
map.
very good like it's
Let's
a
put
very
the
good
treasure
meme
map piece
in
in
the
your sticker book for
GDQ marathon. So
Great
very happy
job
for that.
finding that treasure map piece.
Boom. And we just found the last treasure map piece, so we're gonna find the huge treasure. Who knows what it could be? It could be a lotto
We
ticket.
thought it was on the
Could
roof,
use the money.
but then it
$1
dropped
million
to the
It
dollar
could be $1 million.
And neither of us had a
What
clue.
treasure?
Or it
Can we go to the
could be
crib?
keys
Not
to a
now,
Ferrari.
Squints. Granddad's
I want to
here
see
for
Bluey
a
in a
visit.
Ferrari.
So
Yo,
we've
someone
never
draw
had to
that.
catch one of these things before.
Mum,
Bluey.
Imagine Bluey in a Ferrari though.
I'm imagining
Why
it.
don't I come and play with you so Mum
It's
can finish
beautiful.
your story?
Beautiful. I want it on my wall.
Bluey,
Yo. But yeah, at this part right here, we're just gonna talk to Grandpa, and
Wait,
Grandpa is
hang
like
on.
with us at the with us throughout the whole episode,
I thought you were helping.
and we're gonna go to the park for Grandpa.
This episode of Bluey is
But
called
yeah,
Treasure.
we're also gonna go and find the treasure at the creek, and we have magic xylophone.
What happened to him?
It's the kid's
freezing.
magic xylophone. When they hit it and say, freeze, then you're stuck
Also,
like that.
isn't magic xylophone like the
Until you
first
hit the
episode of the
xylophone
first
again
season of the
and say,
game, or is it the
"Unfreeze."
second episode? I don't
That's a
remember.
rough
It's like
deal.
one of the first few
It's
episodes.
really early on.
Yeah,
It's one of the-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
one
like
of
the
those
first
episodes.
episode.
Not how we usually play.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, like,
I'll allow it.
you
But
know,
how do we unfreeze people without the
you can
xylophone?
unfreeze or
What
freeze
if we
people
use
with
the
like the
tail?
magic xylophone, but they're trying to make another
Can we have another
way
go
to
with the
unfreeze
noodles?
people
Sure.
who
Let's do a
like, who
practice
gets
run.
frozen
practice on me if
with
you
the
like.
magic xylophone. So we're just pulling tails and such
Yep,
Sorry.
Granddad is definitely frozen. Let's practice unfreezing him now.
All right, we're gonna unfreeze him. There we go, and then I'm gonna be right here because
Again?
Mort,
It's
the
to
grandfather,
be
is
sure
just
we
gonna
know
be
the
walking
rules.
towards
Oh, okay then.
this
kids.
area right here, and we can actually do that.
Well done.
It's faster.
Granddad is frozen solid again. Let's flip his
And
tail
then
to bring him back
after
to
this
normal.
part, this is gonna be the biggest
Aw.
RNG section in the game.
yeah.
Cross my fingers, I get the
like
fastest
these new
one.
rules.
So all the characters are gonna run in a random direction at the same speed that the player runs, and so we pray that we can catch each character. Okay, let's see what we get. All right. Oh no!
Oh, my
no!
god, Bluey.
Okay.
Oh,
Trapped in the corner.
Whatever.
Boom!
pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
Fingers done
I
for.
love
Let's
these little
go.
magic
Bluey
signs.
just escaped me for the first one.
You got duked.
There's buried treasure there.
But yeah, right now we're gonna find treasure, or we're gonna get stuff for treasure. So we're gonna get some supplies for the treasure hunting, which is a shovel, bug spray, and I think garbage bag, which is a weird kind of combination
That
of
sounds-
supplies.
That is suspicious.
That sounds very sussy.
Meet me at the front of the house.
I have no idea why, but that sounds very sussy. What do you think it would be?
I mean, we're getting a lot of. Oh, hooray! We're getting a lot of Grandpa screen time, so I'm a bit scared for Grandpa right now.
But yeah, we're first gonna be grabbing the garbage bag, but also at the same time, this is kind of a weird thing as well.
Wait, where did you put them again?
I put them up high.
We can
because the
actually
girls
go
keep
on the table
using
and
them
like bend
parachutes
it,
for their
but
stuffed toys.
no, the game actually wants us
Grab
to
the
push
stool
this
so we can reach.
stool first, and then we can actually go up and, you know, there we go.
So
Grab it.
is this how they always access this shelf?
It'll be
Like,
in the
guess so.
backyard.
in the day-to-day?
Let's get outside.
Oh man.
It's so weird though, but sure, it is what it is. Right now we're gonna grab the shovel, which is outside the area. I almost I almost did that. I was like pushing myself towards the side. I was like, no, don't do that right now. All right, mountain.
Oh.
There we go. But yeah, we're gonna grab that shovel, and then one more
Here's the
time.
shovel.
One more thing is this is the bug
Jeez,
spray.
why is it all the way up there?
We were making a mountain for Rug Island.
Okay, then.
What
We'll have
even
to
is
jump
Rug
on the
Island?
sides of the mountain to reach the
No.
shovel.
Yeah, it's an island with rugs.
Hooray!
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 Bags and a shovel. We're ready to rock.
Hooray!
What is it, Bingo?
You forgot the bug spray.
All right, we're gonna get the bug
Oh,
spray,
yeah.
which
Where do we have
apparently
a
is
glass?
in the
think we have
children's
it up in our room.
bedroom for some
What
reason.
on
I
earth is it
have
doing
no
in-
idea why, but
never
yeah.
mind. Let's go up and take a look.
Extremely far.
Mm-hmm.
You get to do
So a
the
lot more bee hopping and such.
epic.
Should I even try?
Yeah. Do
Okay,
it,
hold on.
Do it, do it, do it. Oh,
Yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah.
Which yeah, I kind of suck at it, as you can tell.
So here we can actually skip a little part of this because we're playing as Bandit. We're meant to bounce off the bed, as Bingo's saying, to get to the
Just
shelf,
be
but
careful, okay?
Bandit can just kind of reach up and grab it.
Yep, there we
Okay,
go.
is it time
Huge
to go
skip.
to the creek?
No way.
Let's see. Garbage bag, shovel, and
So we got
bug
everything
spray.
that we
I
need,
think we're all
and we're
set.
gonna go to the creek
Let's
right
go
here.
meet Granddad.
Yay!
So,
All right.
if this house was in real life, would you parkour like out the door like this if you're late to school?
Absolutely.
How'd you go?
I would totally
Find
jump.
it?
Like, I would totally do that.
Would I break both
Speedrunner
my
and the
legs?
child.
Treasure.
Also,
Break
yes.
the leg.
So this is the creek, eh?
All right,
Looks
we're
like
in the
Scrubby
creek
used
right
to
now,
play,
and
Billy.
It does.
in the creek, there's
You
gonna
know
be
which way to
one
go?
big skip that
See that
wasn't
tree
really
there?
shown off at
We've got to head this
GDQ, but
way.
like I said, I'm gonna
go,
hope
let's
to
go.
actually pull it off.
Hold up, you two.
It will be like
Remember to be
really
careful,
late in the
alright?
run, but
Yeah.
hopefully
watch
I
out
can
for the
pull it off.
centipedes.
I've
Hey,
practiced this
those are
a
real
couple of times, but also at the
Alright,
same
I'll
time,
lead
I
the
do want to
way.
mention about
Watch
this.
where you're walking, everybody.
Practicing in this game is
He doesn't
hard.
know where we're going.
It
Yeah.
is
It's a
super
shame,
hard.
really.
Come on,
Yeah.
Let's try and keep
You can't
up.
really get the save files and make like how you say like multiple places with the save files. It's
Granddad is
really
taking a shortcut
weird.
across the creek.
But we're still trying to search into the codes and search into the folders
We'll
for
have to stick to the
a
quick
suitable
bank
way for us
instead.
to actually practice on skips like the rubbish skip. But you know, hopefully we can actually pull this off. Oh,
Yeah,
I
this
can
is a
actually
Unity
pull it
game.
off.
Yeah, Jai is the only one who Juho is the only one who can
Maybe we can move
do
that
the
rock.
Do it
skip like
consistently. Yes.
consistently.
Good one.
I think I've done it once in my Bluey career, but your mashing is actually insane. Juho's mashing speed
Now we can
is
jump on the stepping
at like
stones.
85
Watch out
per
for the
second
slippery
with like
ones.
the thumb on X.
What? No, it's not 85 per second. It's like 10,
Per 10
per
seconds. Yeah. And mine's like 70. So like that's wild.
We'll need to
So
jump
like that's
over
7 per
log to
second,
reach the
yeah.
next stone.
But I don't know if it counts into mashing as well, because from what I heard about the whole mashing stuff, it overlaps the
Red
rubbish
flash. We need to climb
and
that
it skips the cutscene. But I'm not too
Ready,
confidently
bingo?
sure about it until we actually find out a lot more about yeah.
Yeah, these are all just
there
theories.
you are.
We
You must have
haven't
gone
found
the
the
long
answer
way
yet, but if
round.
anyone is a
Slow and
coder,
steady, Mort.
Come
please
on,
help
let's
us.
get going. We need to follow the footpath among the trees.
We do want more people to run this game and
But
or
how does he know where we're
to
going?
look into the coding of this game as well.
Okay, we're almost there.
All right, we're almost there to the creek, and we just need one more obstacle along the way, which is the mozzies. Oh no!
No, not the
Thank
mozzies.
you, Granddad.
What?
All right,
Hey, thanks for
spray all the way.
Good thing you thought of bug spray, Dad.
Okay, this is the part
What's
where
up
I have to really focus on it because the skip is in this area, and yeah, you guys, if you want to explain about it or
Yeah, so this
Explain, I
cutscene
guess.
gives a lot of anxiety. Like, we know what's coming up. It's the make or break of the run.
So sad.
And
The creek
so
used to
we have
be
to do
a
the left side
beautiful
first and then the right
There's only
side.
one thing to do.
But
Come on. The
if we
treasure can
do
wait a
the
few
left side
moments.
skip,
do?
if we do like the
How
mashing
about
or
we start
whatever
at that
breaks the
dry
game,
section?
well
Looks
enough,
like the water is all
then
blocked
it
up.
overlaps into finishing the second side of the area, and we can just go to the next objective and not waste like 30 seconds cleaning this place.
So this is gonna be GDQ first.
Oh, this could be big. This
Now
could be
we need to
big.
get rid of this
I'm holding my
rubbish.
breath.
How about
This is
we
a
start
big
with the
breath
things on the
holder.
left side of the creek.
All right.
Good thing we brought the trash.
Here comes the skip, and hopefully I can
I'll hold it
actually pull
open
this
so you
off.
can
If I
pick
can't
the
pull this
stuff
off, then
and
it's
throw it
okay. I'm lost, but whatever. This might be bad.
Whoa!
Nice. Oh,
Wait,
Oh,
no.
so-
Okay.
place.
To know if you got
So
the
what-
skip.
Place is looking better
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
already.
you want to say
The
it?
spa area,
Oh,
kids.
if you get the skip,
There's some
more will
rubbish
actually
to
be
pick up.
Still room in this
duplicating.
bag.
You will
wait
see
here for you to throw
a
the trash.
duplicate version of Mort at somewhere in the creek, but I didn't really do it at all, so we had to do this part as well. So hopefully I can do it in like a couple of tries. Oh, please. Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't really get it. Marathon luck, I would say.
That's
But
a
hey,
shame.
we only got that one skip and that's about it, so there we
Now
go.
it's beautiful.
It really is.
But yeah, it's very inconsistent.
Good work,
I
everyone.
try to make it a
The
bit
thing
consistent
is,
for myself,
this
but it's
place
also
looks
very
familiar.
inconsistent. So
It reminds me of
if anyone wants
where
to like
Oh,
find
man,
out more
this is
ways
the
on
place.
doing this
Wait, here?
consistently, please
Really there?
join
For real
the
life.
Bluey speedrunning Discord. Hooray!
Hooray!
It's a little bit up ahead.
We're saying hooray because you joined the Bluey Discord that you found on speedrun.com through the link. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Up there.
Dad,
So there's another like
There are some
so-called
rocks here.
skip that you can actually
move
do.
them to make steps.
If you don't get
Good idea, Dad.
the rubbish skip,
Come on, kids, let's
basically
go do
this
it.
rock right there, as you can tell, this rock actually like duplicates itself as well, and it will spawn like right here for some reason. But you know it
We
didn't
did
happen,
it.
so there's that.
Where to now, Bandit?
This way. Come on.
All right. So this is coming to the final part of the game as well, which is to dig up the treasure along the way.
Let's hope it's
But
not a wobbly
yeah,
one.
I'll call time soon.
We're almost
Time
there.
stops when the final cutscene of the
This
game
rock is
actually
huge. How are we
shows.
going to cross?
The whole family
We're
comes
gonna need all the
together
muscles
to finish the
available.
game.
Come on, team. Let's all push together.
Yes, Dad.
So wholesome. Here we go.
Family.
W family.
Yeah.
We did it!
Hooray!
Hey!
That was heavy. Come on, just round the corner. We only need to cross the water to the
All right.
island.
Time's gonna
I
come,
thought you said we were nearly there.
We're nearly there.
and
And
time.
time.
Yay! At the end of the game, you actually get to find out what the treasure is. I know it was cut off short during the AGQ run of the run. Yeah, the AGQ run.
Something here.
But at the end of the game, we actually find the treasure, and the treasure is actually a doll, which is just called Power Bloke.
Where's $1 million bucks?
$1 million? No way!
Oh.
Doll.
Yeah, it's just an action figure. It's called Power
Who's our
Bloke.
favorite toy ever?
If he was your
I like how they
favorite
call
toy,
it Power
why
Bloke.
would you-
We had to. See, Power Bloke was the greatest action figure
You know,
around.
maybe it
We
wasn't
had
the
to share
treasure
him
that
between
was
the
the
three
most
of us.
important part. Maybe it was
And
the friends
did
we
you?
made along the
Oh,
way.
well, we used to fight over who got to play with
I
you.
made a lot of new
A
friends
lot. It
through
was
the
usually
Bluey
me or
speedrun
Rad who
community.
won.
Actually,
We were the biggest.
shout outs
That's
to that.
not fair.
That's brothers,
Yeah.
kid. One day, we had a big
Also,
fight.
I
So
don't
big
think
that
this
our
is
dad
done
told us
yet.
he was
I
gonna
do
take
have a few
Power
more
Bloke
minutes to
away.
actually showcase a
What
few
didn't you
glitches
do?
in the game as well.
We decided to hide
I mean, it's
Power
fun
Bloke
to
somewhere
actually
no one could
showcase a
find
bunch
him.
of glitches,
We
right?
made a map
We will
and
call this
split it
one the
between
glitch
us.
exhibition for a bit.
The
So
plan
I'm
was
going
to
to
go
show
back
off
and
like
dig
few
him up later.
glitches
But I guess we
that
forgot.
we kind of
It was
found
Christmas.
out,
We got
but
new
one of
toys
them
to
might
play
go
with.
wrong. The other
I'll
one
never
is
forget
not
one
gonna
of
go
my
wrong, but
toys.
Probably.
the other
But you have to
glitch.
admit, it makes pretty cool
Like I
treasure.
think
Wait till I
Fox
show
Machine
you some
and
striking
HS Blue has
rad.
not seen it before, and I'm gonna show it for the first time.
Yeah, we have no idea what this glitch is. I am very excited. The other glitch is extremely important, and
Bingo.
I really hope it goes well because
you remember to brush
it can
your
change
teeth?
the fundamental
Okay, I'll race
entirety
you
of how the game works. It is insane. But yeah, you'll see in a moment.
Also,
What's the matter,
here
Bluey?
comes
You've been
life
quiet
lessons
since
right
the
here.
creek.
Bluey said that
It's
she
just-
didn't get
We wasted all holiday looking for
a very good treasure, like
And
$1
it
million.
wasn't even actual treasure. Just an old toy.
I'm sorry, kid.
This is the worst holidays ever.
Aww.
Sucks.
Sometimes real treasure isn't shiny or gold.
Come on, Bluey,
It's just
cheer
special
up.
because of the memories
It's
connected to
family.
it.
But here we go, it is family.
It's not about the end, it's about the journey. Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's the friends we
See,
make
they don't
along the
make you
way.
happy.
I still want to know who took this picture. Which one of you guys took this
Oh,
picture?
yeah, the party.
Who's the
Everyone's
cameraman?
just there, but no one. Who took this
Yeah,
picture?
yeah.
Which one of you guys? But yeah,
It's
this is the sticker book that it goes
finally
along the way with
caught
the stories and stuff.
And
Such.
look,
But yeah,
Bingo and I made it all the way across the big jumps.
Bluey just wants like $1 million and a mention and whatever Mr. Beast would give her. But no, we got
I'm
family.
glad you finally got your favorite toy back, Dad.
Thanks, Bluey.
Aww.
This
This
is so
last page
awesome.
doesn't have any
Oh
pictures
my
on
gosh.
it.
Yep, we're saving it for today. What do you reckon?
All right.
Ready for
So,
one last day of holidays?
this part of the game is actually the last day of
finally
the
made
last
it.
day of hooray! Sorry,
Hooray!
the last day of holidays, which is they actually go to the beach.
Bluey, this
The
is the
beach
best
part is
holidays
actually the
ever.
part where you actually do the 100% run, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you do the 100% run, which I think it's at 1 hour and 10 minutes or 1 hour. It's up 1 hour 10 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, sub 110. This is the most beautiful map in the game, I have to say.
Now you
Yeah,
can
it's like the
play
bonus
Magic
map, unfortunately, so
Xylophone.
like the run's already like
Yeah.
over, but like for 20%.
Yeah, the
but-
run's over,
You
but
found
yeah, we get to see like the
Good
nice
job.
beach along the way. Yeah. So yeah, very cool beach. But yeah, we're gonna try to do like a few of the how you say like the glitches in the game. So this is like a little bit of a glitch exhibition, I would say. But I only have like a couple of minutes to actually showcase this. So one of the glitches in the game
Look at
that
these
was actually
memories
found
that
out by
have
HS Blue, and I'm gonna
Select
give
the
a big shout out to
memory
Lumi
to
Laura
replay
as
that
well,
adventure.
because
Give it a
Lumi
try.
Laura is a Spyro
You can
speedrunner,
now go
but
find
she
these
actually
collectibles
just
at the creek.
came one day into the
can
Bluey
now go
Discord
find
and
these
said like,
collectibles
"Hey,
at the beach.
we found this glitch." I'm like,
Where do you
"What
wanna go?
the heck did you
Let's
do?"
travel to the healer
So
house.
I'm gonna go back to the Heal family and just use Bingo right here because Bingo's best character. I mean,
The best character in the game that we can't use in runs, unfortunately.
Yeah. So this is I think the shaker skip or something like that, or shaker glitch. So I'm gonna grab this like shaker right here, and then hopefully it could actually. I only have like 2 tries on this thing.
So when you like place the
Oh wow!
when
As
you
can
place
tell.
the shaker, sometimes it connects the object with the player, and then when you throw the object, the game thinks that the player is on the object, and you start flying across the map. And this doesn't have to be just with salt shakers. This could be with like the cookie jar.
Did it go
like,
away?
A mug.
It went away. This is my last try.
Hopefully we get something cool. But yeah, you can fly across the map, and
Yeah, this thing is very finicky. It's like super finicky, and I hate it so much.
it's so cool. Like, if anyone knows how to tool assist a game, this game would be broken wide open if because of how many objects there are and how you can fly in any direction. It'll be so cool.
Yeah, it's not helping me so far, but yeah. Yeah, but essentially you're supposed to like launch it all the way up, which is kind of weird. Nah, I'm not gonna try it anymore. I'm not gonna try it. But you're supposed to fling all the way up, which is kind of weird. You can see it on like Lumilorus's how you say like Lumilorus's video of the run. But yeah, this is the other thing that I think I didn't really show. How you say, I didn't show this off to HS Blue or Fox Machine yet. But this is on the first episode of the game.
All right,
if anyone could actually replicate this kind of thing, good luck to you. Or like find any kind of glitch. We're floating.
What?
We're just actually floating, but not just floating like that. Hold on. If they can actually like get out of the way as well. Come on, mom and dad, get out of the way.
Oh my god.
Potted plant right here. Hopefully I can actually stand on the potted plant. There we go. And now we're floating!
Yo, that's sick! What? Did you find this?
Yeah. So it was found by I1 and CCC. So CC also found this one, and then she told it to me. She told the skip to me. I was like, "What did you do? What kind of magic witchcraft is this?"
Oh my god!
So we can actually like walk on air as well, but we can't really get out of the barrier. So yeah, if anyone can find anything about this kind of glitch, that would be great as well. But yeah, that's all the time that I have. Yeah, that's all the time that I have for Bluey.
Where can people find you?
Yeah.
Hooray! Welcome back to As Seen on TV on Games Done Quick. I'm Nichole Goodnight, and that was a really, really fun Bluey run. That game is incredibly cute. I'm so excited that we got to showcase it tonight. But we have a lot more of really fun games coming your way. Do you like numbers, chat? Are numbers something you appreciate and enjoy? Do you like letters? Because have I got news for you? We are going to go on both a number journey and a letter adventure, and we're going to do it right now. So we're going to go on over to that immediately. Take it away.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Letters and numbers.
Letters and numbers, yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Ryoken. I speedrun a lot of things. Elmo's Number Journey and Letter Adventure are two of those things. They're very silly games, but they're just super silly. If I had to say, like, do I recommend these runs? Maybe Number Journey. I'll show you why in a little bit. But outside of that, a little bit about myself before we get started. I speedrun a lot of different things. I've been doing a lot of meme runs these last couple months. We did the Polar Express, the movie, the game speedrun. We did Bratz Rock Angels on GameCube. I've been doing a lot of different stuff. I've been grinding a lot of Pikmin All Parts on Switch lately, so that's something else. I do want to give a shout out to Hector Drinks, who couldn't be here for commentary. He's way better at Elmo's Number Journey than I am. I believe he's in second place right now with a I think it's 9 minutes 42 seconds, something like that. Anyways, yeah, that's just a little bit about myself. I'm just a goofy fella. Some might know me as No Runner from earlier in the Hotfix lineup, but my name's Ray. You can call me Rayokin. Ray, just don't call me late for dinner. And we're going to get started here. So once I press start, the timer's going to start when I select easy mode, and we don't really have a whole lot of time to do that because whatever mode you're selected on, it's going to just automatically go to it within a couple seconds. So we're going to press start here. And we're going to select easy and start the timer in 3, 2, 1.
Good luck.
Thank you. And here we are on Sesame Street. We're going to be going on wild adventures with Grover in space. Whoa! I'm going to let these guys talk. Yeah, we're going all the way over to space, which is one of the slowest levels in the entire run. You'll see here soon. I talked a little over it, but Elmo in this game says wow a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Exactly like that. So they're asking us to press the flashing action buttons to take us into these faraway and distant lands. Here we are in space, and we have to collect all the letter L's. I guess we are taking L's, but we're going to be collecting them. So yeah, we get this cool car that goes at the speed of sound. So hold on to your hats, because we're collecting L's. It's going to be, oh, there we go, nice. So we need to collect, how many is there? 6 L's in each level. So we have to collect 6 L's before we can get off the moon. So here we are. We're doing our thing, collecting these letters. Be sure to let me know in chat that you guys understand what letters we're collecting.
How's it feel to be in the fastest car alive?
It feels, it's a little sweaty, actually. It's a little too fast. Oh
yeah,
my
they
goodness.
need to maybe tone it down a little bit.
They really need to
I love that it
just
has 6
pump the
wheels
brakes.
too.
Yeah. There's
L
no
for Elmo, how dare you?
Elmo only takes W's. But for right now, we're taking L's. That's okay. We're almost there. We're going to get a really cool vehicle upgrade here soon. It's also going to give us a bit of a speed upgrade as well. That's not right. The only thing I will note with these is if you don't collect all of the letters by the end of the level, the game will just indicate when you've hit the end on some of these levels. Then you'll be taken to the next level, and your L counter or letter counter won't be fully completed, and then you'll have to come back to this level later, and it's really, really dumb. So we have to press one of these flashing buttons to whisk away into the outer space of space with no helmet. Oh, we didn't have a helmet on the moon, but we have no helmet. None of that. Elmo is just built different. So we're going to follow this really cool path. We could actually go wherever we want, but we're going to follow the path so we don't get too lost because the placement of the letters is RNG. And if we go a little too far off the path, it can be a little troublesome to continue and figure out where we left off. So we are just going to go away on a magical journey to find all the L's and bring them home.
Oh my gosh, finally reunited.
Oh, you gotta be careful not to hit those planets and those stars. Star Fox has nothing on Elmo. There we go, there's the last.
Up there.
Alright, so now that we've got all the L's, we're gonna be going to, yeah, that's right, you guessed it, the bonus round. We're gonna be doing a lot more learning.
L is for learning.
L is for learning. That's very, very smart. So we have to figure out what letter is for this image. I have no idea. Do you guys know what this is?
Who's to say for sure?
Who's to say? This one, G?
I don't know about that.
I think so. G stands for gum. G stands for gum. G helps spell gum, baby. G stands
for gum. Anytime you see a G,
think, it's gum.
It's gum.
So we have to find the letter.
Well, who's to say?
Oh
my goodness, I don't know. That looks like a Z to me. That's what I used to open
I'm
my
getting
door.
good vibes on this one.
Makes the word
K makes the word key. Who would have thought?
P to make the word.
That picture of a pig is actually kind of scary. Sometimes you get good RNG on these bonus games, and the letter you'll either be standing on the letter or it'll be like a space or two over, and that's really nice. That's the most ideal situation.
That is the most terrifying pig in the world, by the way. It's
So-
just the worst.
So we've completed the first bonus round, the first level, and now we're going to pay a visit to our friend Ernie, who's going to take us on another magical adventure. To where? We'll just have to find out.
Back on Sesame Street.
For now, though, we're back on Sesame Street.
Elmo wonders what there is to
Oh
see.
my gosh.
Hey, guess what? I know an underwater world filled with
There's an
letters.
underwater
Would you like to go
world.
there with me?
An underwater adventure? Wow!
If you'd like to come
Wow!
with me on an underwater adventure, press one of these buttons.
All right, so we press the action buttons. We're getting out of here, and we are going underwater with oxygen this time.
Was you
Space, don't need it. Underwater, very important. So now we have to find all the letter K's. I know what you're thinking, Ray. Slow down. I can't. It's a speedrun. I can't slow down. This is how the game was meant to be played. These games, Elmo's Number Journey and Letter Adventure, are very cheaply made. After we finish up these next two levels, you're gonna see a little bit more of the speedrunning strats that we have, or the one speedrun strat that we have. We have one. Our RNG is technically two, but you know. So we have to find all the letter K's. We're just swimming around. Be careful on these edges because you can get blocked and it can be really annoying to get yourself out of. But we're finding letter K's. We are just swimming about, making friends with all the fish and the... I think there's a jellyfish over there at one point. We're making friends with all the fish and we're having a great time learning. Again, guys, I'm not 100% sure if you guys fully understand what letters we're looking for, so be sure to let me know in the chat what letter it is that we're supposed to be finding right now, because you know it can, with going so fast, sometimes you can just forget, and whew, that's not good.
Yeah,
I don't
honestly,
wanna
I've
forget.
already forgotten.
You've already forgotten.
It would be really helpful. Yeah, it would be really helpful if chat could let me
It
know
would
what
be
letter we're looking
really,
for.
it would be most good. Oh shoot, okay. I maybe have like quickly spaced out in the midst of wiping sweat off my hands, and I was like, I'm like, are we done? I'm like, no. Alright, Mermaid's Manor is actually the most annoying level in the game because it's a bit more, you know, open, and the pathing for it is a little annoying to follow. We're gonna check all the letters around us and make sure we didn't miss anything, but thankfully we have a K right here. So one thing that I like to do to kind of help me, wow, okay. That's pretty good RNG. Oh, I'm going to follow the outside of this big area and just try to see if I can find any K's along the way. Oh, we have a mermaid here. If you go up to them, let's try it again. They're making sound. Make a little sound. I don't know if anybody could hear that, but it definitely happened. Where's that K at?
K's are hiding.
The K's are hiding. The camera angles are just too good. Too good. Beats out Mario 64 by a long shot. Actually getting really good letter RNG. I hope that didn't just jinx me, but there we go. Oh my goodness. This did not happen in practice. Oh my goodness gracious, wow. That was actually...
It's because chat reminded you.
Because chat was there for me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
The K's were there for you.
Chat and the letter K were there for me. And I appreciate each and every single one of you for letting me know.
Let's go.
So now we gotta find the letter T for the word tie. It is right there. That's it.
T makes the word tie.
Now the next level, you're gonna start seeing a little bit more. So hold on to your hats. I know that we've been doing a lot of big running on this game, but rest assured, you're still, the best is yet to come. Also, this ant, another, I mean, I guess it's not as scary as the pig. The pig was pretty scary, but some of these images, you know, terrifying.
Yeah, the ant's pretty.
Oh, the
rough.
quag!
The word dog. Let's
Oh, never mind. It's dog.
Oh, I never would have gotten that.
Well, if Elmo didn't say it, I wouldn't have known. But that's why we play on easy, so we can learn. So then when we play on the harder difficulties, we'll know. You gotta start from the bottom, so you can get.
You gotta start from the quag to get to the dog. You know?
You gotta start from the quag to get to the dog.
Yeah, that's what they say.
All right, we have one more level. That's Big Bird. You guys are gonna get a little taste. So we've been to space, we've been to the depths of the oceans, and now, after traveling to various distant lands, we're gonna go to a farm and unlock our potential.
to a real life farm. Oh boy!
If you'd like to come with me to the farm, press one of the flashing buttons.
All right, so after Elmo successfully collected all of the Chaos Emeralds in the ocean and in space, he's unlocked the powers of Super Elmo, and he has the ability to travel very fast. So, not yet. Now here we go. He's outrunning the camera, which we want to be a little careful. I gotta be careful not to miss anything. I swear every time I'm in these levels, I miss one letter. There we go. See? Like that. If you go too fast and you don't let the camera catch up just a little bit, you can miss out on the letter that... like that. You can miss out on the letter, and then you'll have to go back and see a couple of cutscenes. It just wastes so much time. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here. Make sure we're not missing it. There we go.
Zoom in.
I know. He's too fast. Like I said, he's collected
be
all the
stopped.
emeralds. And he's just too fast.
Oh my gosh, Elmo the Hedgehog.
If you want to keep playing,
Elmo the
press one of the flashing
original
buttons.
character, do not steal.
Original character, please do not steal.
Please do not steal Elmo the Hedgehog.
Letter picking
Yeah, I'll be really
alphabet
cross.
orchard. Just bounce up to the trees and pick the letter.
Now we're on a pogo
N.
stick. Elmo unfortunately does not get the speed boost, so he's been nerfed. Big Bird has realized Elmo's potential, and he's nerfed him by allowing him to collect more letters on a pogo stick. So unfortunately, that was about all the speed that we'll see out of Elmo for this game. Stay tuned. There's another one coming. One thing that we can do throughout the games when we're not on any like vehicle or anything, if you hold down the action button, or we'll just say A, if you hold down A and walk past a letter, he'll automatically collect it if he's close enough, and the hitboxes are pretty big. So you see how R got selected there? I'm holding down A and just walking past. So I don't want to get out right before we win. I really hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. Here we go. All right, all the way at the end. This is the last level here. All right. Now we have one more bonus round, and the moment we hit the final letter at the end of this bonus round, I'm gonna do a Banjo-Kazooie strat called Stop and Swap, and we're gonna shut the console off, and we are going to swap out the game cartridges. The game does nothing carries over, but it's, you know, I got to say stop and swap. I hope nobody has forgotten about that.
Let's go.
All right, good. Getting good RNG on these.
H makes the word hat.
One more.
We have to find the letter.
It's definitely not war. I don't think it's war.
Thanks, Sesame
Elmo.
Street.
Elmo, after being nerfed, he's
Elmo's
seen
livid.
more. All right, jar. All right, gonna give it a second. We did it. All right, it's done. Now we're on to the best one.
I don't know if much can top Speedy Elmo, so we'll see.
Speedy he's only just begun. Speedy Elmo's coming back. But you have to wait just a little longer.
Okay. I'll try my best.
We're going to go visit our good friend, the Cookie Monster. And he's going to take us to, yeah, that's right, you guessed it, Cookie World. I can't wait. Actually, the music in this level is so good. I am not going to, I'm going to not speak for a little bit so you guys can experience how amazing the music is in this game. It actually has no right to be as good as it is.
Come on! If you want to go to Cookie World with me, press one of these buttons.
All right.
Ooh, look at that river of chocolate. You go.
That line that Cookie Monster delivers, river of chocolate. I love it so much. All right. This is some of the best music in the game, so I'll let you guys jam out. What did I hit? Let's see if I can make him do a trick. Oh, well, he did it a little early. I don't think you're supposed to lift your legs up on the ramp.
I don't understand why this music goes as hard as it does.
It does. It goes so hard. All right. Here we go. So we can skip the end there. And if we're a little too fast and we don't wait for that last 7 to like go into our inbox, our count box, then camera, please, camera. Then if we enter this world before that 7 hits our counter, we won't actually collect it, and it will be devastating because we'll have to go back and do that level all over again.
Elmo's just having the time of his life.
He is just insane. Somebody sponsor Elmo for X Games. Camera, please. Oh no. All right, we're good. All right, bad camera, but we're all good. Now, I know that I said that the pig image was pretty scary, but now we have the gigantic clown head.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
So the music in the bonus stage for number journey is really good too. But not only that, Elmo says some choice lines when throwing these baseballs into the clown's mouth. One of my favorite is from when he says "from downtown." It's actually a sound on my stream. So we only have to get the last map problem correct. So we're gonna purposefully get out on the second one, and then we have to get this one correct. Let's see if he says it. Come on. There we go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Elmo, settle down. He's just having a good time.
He's having the best time. I love this game is so much fun. If you're gonna speedrun any one of the 2 Elmo games, Number Journey. It's the best one.
I like his little cheering squad in the back.
Yeah, right. Right? All right, so now that we've gone to Cookie World, we're going to go talk to Ernie. And he is going to take us to another place. Not as exciting as Cookie World, though.
If you'd like to go to the carnival in the park with me, press one of the action buttons. They're flashing now.
All right, so here we are going to recalibrate the joystick once again by holding left, right, start, and just moving the joystick down just a little bit. And Elmo's untapped potential is going to come back. Elmo versus Goku, who would win? Elmo, of course.
Elmo, 100%.
Elmo, of course.
Not even a question.
Elmo has unlocked Ultra Instinct, and he is ready. All right, we have to let the camera catch up just a little bit. I'm going to move left and right to let that happen so I can make sure that I don't miss out on any... Oop, like I said, don't miss out on any numbers.
Hey, chat, what's your favorite number? You know what? Never mind. Pretend I didn't ask that.
Hey, I bet you're in the mood for a
What's your favorite one-digit number?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I think 5, because that's my birth month. 5 is a good number.
5's a good number.
Or 3, because you know triples is good. I like triples. All right, now we're just playing bumper cars, collecting all the 2s, trying to stick between the middle here so that we can get what we need to get and get out of here. All right, last 2. And we have one more level after this bonus round. We're going to talk with our good friend, the Count. But not before the bonus round, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
To get a ball, go to the bucket and press one of the option buttons. Ring the bell when you have the right number. If you want to take back a ball...
We have to listen to Elmo talk every time. All right, say it for me. Yeah, there we go. It's my favorite line ever. From downtown swish and goal. All right, 3 is good. We'll just get 3 here. When it's a lower number, it's fine to just get 3 and then ring the bell. We just gotta hope for a good RNG. 9. Oh, lovely. That's actually the worst, one of the worst numbers we can get, but we have to get it right. And sometimes he'll say from downtown 5 times in a row. So I can only hope.
Huge.
Let's get a little taste of his catchphrases. What is your favorite Elmo catchphrase, chat? Swish, goal, or from downtown?
Ooh.
All right.
Great job. I knew you could do it.
We have one more level after this, and then the Elmo speedrunning will come to an end. So let's make this a good one. We're winning.
I wish it would never come to an end.
And now I'm unconscious.
Yeah, it's like when I tried out for the soccer
From downtown
team.
is my most favorite.
All of
right.
chat is just from downtown.
That's one. One then.
All right, we're gonna go visit the Count, and we're going to, you guessed it again. You guys are so good at this. We're going to find numbers. That's all we're doing. We're finding numbers. That's the game. But not before we press the action button. So, once again, with all of the Chaos Emeralds collected, Elmo is going to unleash his Super Elmo powers, and we are just going to breeze through this level like there's no tomorrow. All right, gotta find these number 4s. Whew. Gotta be a little careful. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get some of these numbers with me just holding down the action button so we don't have to stop. So like that, we stop to get the number. We want to try and just like run through it like this so that we save a little bit of time. But we have to be careful because you can't really see what's coming up ahead. So it's like, it's a useful trick, but it can be a little risky at times. All right. Got 2 more. Come on. All right. And the last one's coming up right here. And we have one more, but this time we get to go into Count's Castle, which is pretty cool. It's got some fun music as well. The music in this game is just something else.
Favorite numbers here. Please have a look around and pick up all of the number 4s.
All right, here we go. Ooh, almost missed that. You gotta be careful. You gotta check every nook and cranny.
4.
Whew.
4.
Now this is speedrunning. That scared me. It crept up from out of nowhere. Okay. All right. That was nothing there. All right. So now that we are at the last number, the last number is always going to be at the end of the stairs here.
4.
So we got it. So now we have one final bonus round before we hit the credits in the end of the run. Thank you all for tuning into this. It's been so much fun. Again, I don't just speedrun Elmo. I've been grinding a lot of Pikmin on Switch, and it's been like my main thing for a while. And I've been loving that a lot. Outside of that, I have done Mario 64, Sonic Adventure Director's Cut. I'm kind of all over the place. So if you like a variety of speedruns, be sure to check out my Twitch channel because I'm live like all the time. But also, you know, shout outs to all the runners on the block today. It's really an honor to be a part of a GDQ event. Those are always dreams. So thank you for having me. Appreciate it. And we got one. Okay. So time is going to be hit once we ring the bell here. And time.
GG.
GG.
Terrific. I knew I could count on you.
What a gem of a game.
That was so much fun.
Absolute gem of a game.
I'm trying to see, what time did we get? Yeah, right, me too. 26
flat.
1 second. Okay, so we hit underestimate, that's fine, but I was hoping we would get 25, but 26 flat, not bad at all. Very happy with that time. Okay, yes, so the quick things, because, you know, yeah, why not? I'm Ray, Twitch channel, speedrunner, sometimes variety content stuff, pardon me. Yeah, I do a lot of fun runs, serious runs. So if you like a variety of that stuff, check out my channel. If you don't like that stuff, then don't check out my channel. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. But you know, big shout out to GDQ for having me. This has been so much fun. I'm always excited when I get to be a part of things like this. Yeah, my advice to anybody out there who might be watching these streams, because, you know, I was once a viewer that didn't run games, and I always thought to myself, how do I run games? How can I get into speedrunning? And the best thing that I can say to you is just pick a game or pick something to kind of ease your way into it. Mario 64 is a really good one. And just go for it. Reach out to the community through the Discords. You can usually find them on speedrun.com and just give it a try. I promise you, everybody, there's wonderful people in every community I've ever been in that are always willing to help and want to share the love of speedrunning with everybody. And you know, if you want to see yourself like up here one day, you can do it. You just have to, you know, believe in yourself and just give it a go, and you'll make it happen. So yeah, I think that's about it. But shout out to my community too. I know I've seen some of you in chat. Shout out to my community and my friends back home for watching, and everybody who, you know, sent me well wishes throughout the week. Appreciate you a lot. And yeah, I think that is me. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Stay tuned for all the rest of the runs that we have coming up. So yeah.
Thank you so much for that run. It was so good. And like Ray said, stay tuned for the rest of the runs. Take a quick break, get some more water, drink water, chat. I'll find you if you don't. And we will be right back. Welcome back to As Seen on TV. I am Nichole Goodnight still, and we have some more amazing runs for you. As a reminder, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix like this. If you enjoy watching Speedruns daily, consider subscribing to the channel. And you know what? We've got an amazing run coming up, as usual. We've got Over the Hedge with Lucky, so Lucky, take it away.
All right. Hi, I am Lucky, also known as Lucky Boy 527. Today I'm going to be speedrunning the best DreamWorks movie. Yeah, you heard me right. And with me, I've got...
hello, yes, I'm Ouch, but you can call me Colin or Ouch. Either of them work. And yeah, we've got a hell of a run here today. I don't know if any of you out there have watched the cinematic masterpiece that is DreamWorks Over the Hedge, but this game is not at all really narratively related to it, so you'll have to go watch it as well.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to watch the movie, but we'll explain how the game works.
From 2006.
Well, absolutely, we gotta.
Yeah.
So timing is going to start when we press A on New Game. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so it's going to be a little slow to start off with. We've got to pick up all the chip bags first and bring them back to the start. So we're going to be able to explain a lot of stuff that's going to go on in the run right now.
Yeah, so as we're getting into this, one of the first texts that we're going to be using basically the entire run is quick pickup. So there's a pickup range for where you pick up your items, but if you press the button while you're out of the range but just entering it, you can pick up the item while skipping the pickup animation. It saves a fraction of a second each time you do it, but we'll be carrying a lot of things over the course of the run, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, this run is going to have a lot of out-of-bounds glitches that happen very randomly and very quickly, so we'll try to go over them as much as we can, but for now it's just very simple, staying in bounds and bringing everything to where we need to.
Yeah, unlike the remainder of this run, the first level here, we do abide by all of the rules established by the game. So from here on out, we will be systematically destroying everything this game tries to make.
Yep. And with that, the tutorial level is done, and we are going to start breaking the game. First off, we have to get the book from the first house. This is to allow us to figure out endangered animals to invite to the forest. This is how we're going to save the hedge this time, instead of stealing all the food and getting Gladys arrested. So a thing you might have seen there, you probably wouldn't notice it if you haven't played the game before, but that was a quick swap. There is a small amount of time before a text box where you are able to swap between characters. We were able to do that there as the level was loading in.
Basically, anytime we're going to be hit with one of those text boxes that is going to take extra time, if we have the ability to quick swap to avoid it, we're gonna. I say we, it's literally all Lucky, but I'm taking half the credit.
With that level, there is supposed to be 2 sets of text boxes, but as Vern, you are able to jump over the trigger for the text box. So we only have to deal with one of them.
Yeah, just get right over it.
And we're gonna quickly revive RJ and start collecting the spark plugs of the bulldozer.
Plenty to grab here. You're gonna want to juke up on the wheel to get behind there.
You're able to land onto the enemies to be able to stun them. Usually a impact from them would faint you, but if they are completely still or asleep like the dog was there, you are able to use your hitbox to knock them out instead.
Pretty handy for getting past a few critters that we can't walk around or sneak around in some devious way.
All right, so we're on to the main chunk of the game now, which is going to be collecting items for the endangered animals. And right there you saw our first clip out of bounds.
Yeah, so that's the fence clip. We'll be doing a lot of that at basically every opportunity when we need to get into house as quickly as possible. You catch the wall on the fence there and get in as soon as you can. Usually we have some backups if we make a mistake, but for the most part, Lucky should be hitting those no problem.
So we want to shut off all the hazards right now and not activate the dog, just to grab the abacus here, and we're going to take it straight back to the beginning. One thing we have to worry about, especially with Hammy, is the speakers. The speakers are very annoying as Hammy because for some reason squirrels are more susceptible to dancing. So
yes. So if you enter basically any part of their speaker field, which you can see on the bottom screen there to the left side, if you enter any of that without moving fast enough or getting over it and around it, then Hammy will start dancing. He'll drop whatever he's holding and spend way too much time getting jiggy with it, which is unfortunately a bit of a run killer.
Right there, you just saw a thing called exit glitch. Exit glitch is where you are going to trick the game into thinking that the level is not complete, but the key item was taken to the endpoint. So the code believes that the level is not complete, but the game believes it is. So it doesn't kick us back to the overworld. It just takes us to the level select.
Handy and saving us some menuing time.
And because Vern is able to turn into a projectile, we are going to jump and hit all the buttons we need to instead of using the stool that we have to push to activate that button. I'll let you explain the cookie glitch.
Oh, yes, I could talk about the cookie. So there's been a number of versions of this skip over the days, but most recently, as is being displayed here, you can hop onto that middle cookie jar, and in Vern's hanging animation, his hitbox of his feet will just slightly drop through the counter, allowing Vern to, or allowing you to drop through the ground and enter out of bounds. That sort of in-between space is accessible from a number of ways, but we'll be using it a lot to put items against walls and then get them from the in-between. Speaking of in-between, we are now using, ideally, of course, the back
this
of
is very much one of the harder clips in the run. We're going to try and grab... we are going to try and grab onto the back of the bench here and clip up into the wall.
There's a specific ledge. There it is. That allows us to get up into the wall.
So it does take a few tries sometimes, but we want to be able to clip out of bounds with RJ there, and then bring Vern over, turn into his shell, and be able to throw it.
Yeah, that's one of the big values
to the button.
That's one of the big values of Vern being being in his shell, in that he becomes a pick-upable object. So we only really need to get one character out of bounds that isn't Vern, and then Vern can be lifted and thrown in and out of bounds.
And now we're going to jump up and grab the bell and throw it back to Vern, who is now out of bounds again. Waiting perfectly.
Since we left
for
him out of
the
bounds,
spot.
He gets to grab it, and we get to take it back out. A lot of the run will be entering this sort of sprite sheet dimension where we do everything we can to not abide by the rules that the game has provided us.
Yeah, unfortunately the game does like to lag while you're out in the infinite plane. I can't blame it. It is a DS game from 2006. But you know what? That didn't stop IGN from giving it the award of the best game nobody played.
Really? It has that?
Yeah, back in 2006, IGN was like, yeah, this is a game nobody's played, but it's really cool.
But it's actually really cool. I did not know that.
So here we're going to have the only RNG left in the run. There is usually 4 different sections of the game that has RNG, but this is the only one left. And we just have to use the stethoscope to find the combination on this lock.
Yeah, obviously we want the numbers to be as close together as possible.
We're not getting very lucky with these ones, but
739 is tough. Not the worst we've ever had, but pretty tough.
Yeah, ideally you want 101. I want to exit glitch there too.
Yes, don't forget to do that.
And we are on to the final level of the first houses. You're going
this time
to
we clip through the left, which allows us to get to a different part of the house as quickly as possible.
And we are going to have to do some really tight movement here once we grab the book to make sure we don't dance. There is a pathway we can take. Let's see if I can hit it. I did. That is actually really hard to be able to get that, because if you start dancing there, you have to go and pick the book up again, which leads to most likely another set of dancing.
Yeah, when you're carrying items in this game, it can like adjust how you move and change your movement speed. And generally, like the slower you're moving through the speakers, the higher likelihood that you're going to get caught dancing. And if you drop something in the speaker zone, it's going to be a lot more dancing.
All right, so there's going to be two things quick here. The first one is the restart glitch. This will freeze specifically the construction workers and the taxidermy in place. And then we are going to do the hardest clip in the game, which I somehow got first try.
Okay, you all need to understand, like, I have tried this run a little bit in preparation for commentating it. That clip is ridiculously hard to get. There is like an incredibly small triangle of 3D space that you can stand on to land on that dirt. And this is the second time in a marathon that Lucky has hit it first try.
That is a near pixel perfect jump you need to make there.
He is cracked, ladies and gentlemen. Never forget.
Nicely done.
And gets the quick swap there because no matter which character you're controlling, all physics in the level are loaded. So he threw the toolbox and was able to swap right away because the toolbox would continue to fall once he switched to Hammy.
All right, and we're on to the second level of houses. We're going to start with the lava lamp, where we need to clip up. Somehow I'm getting these first try. Don't question it.
That was a really good clip as well, because normally if you tag the lasers there, you'll either get hit back or hit forward, and not hitting that laser because you have to come up at the side of the ramp with enough speed to perform the clip. Not tagging either of those is insane.
Yeah, you need to have enough speed to clip out of bounds, but also not walk far enough that you will hit the laser. So you need to be pretty much assuming you're going to clip all the time, but it is very hard to actually do it. And then we're going to grab the ledge of the table there and clip back out of bounds. You are supposed to do this level with Hammy, but we've kind of ditched him at the start.
Poor Hammy. He's a cool guy.
Now, Celestial Globe. This one is very funky because you are supposed to wait for RJ to throw all the ingredients out and then the globe. But the globe has to be loaded somewhere in the level for it to be called. So if we clip inside the house, which you're not supposed to be inside, you are able to go and find the globe in the living room and pick it up and throw it against the wall. And then just like the scale level before, we are going to use the cookie jar clip to get back out of bounds of the house.
Yeah, and this is a level that used to give a lot of hassle with the things you had to do, but with the cookie jar skip, especially now the advanced cookie drop tech, you can get that globe as easy as possible and get right through it. And it's interesting seeing the progression of the Celestial Globe level from one that caused you so much trouble to something that literally just took like 40 seconds.
Yeah, it used to be a huge RNG sink, and now it is one of the fastest levels in the game.
Hey, that's the power of grinding this game for 4 years.
Yep. Now we're on to the action figure level, where we are going to grab the figure off the table. The figure has a very unique property, though, where you are unable to throw it. If you throw it, it will shatter and you lose the level. So we have to be extremely careful to dodge everything here.
You know, they just don't make nondescript robot toys like they used to.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. Like, you'd think they'd make them a little bit more durable,
I mean, what child is going to have a toy and never pitch it across the room at some point? Feels like a bit of an oversight, but I'm not here to question the lore of a DS game from 2006.
All right, I want to ask you, what sound do you think batteries are going to make? Because you're wrong. They make the sound of an apple.
Oh.
In this level, we are going to shake things up a bit, and instead of having to collect one item, we are collecting 10. These batteries are scattered around the level in various different places, and we are going to have to collect them as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's interesting how they didn't make a sound bite for, because normally the collectibles that you pick up but don't actually have to do any pickup animations are for those apples. It's interesting that they coded them the same way for the batteries, and later you'll see light bulbs. They didn't give them any new sound effects, so you just put all of them in your mouth, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's like, from what I can tell, this game has told me one thing, and it is that batteries, they sound like apples, trust me.
Yeah, have you ever bitten into a battery? Probably not, but you wouldn't know.
You really shouldn't, but
we're not condoning eating batteries, by the way. The statements and opinions of Lucky Boy and Ow Ouch are not the professional opinions of ADGQ and their lovely staff.
All right, we are going to skip doing that clip because it only saves a couple seconds, and if you miss it the first time, it's not worth going for it again. So
yeah,
that's
kind of the issue with some of the skips.
This one, once we grab the science kit, the taxidermy is going to show up. And that activates all the traps in the house. And oh no, the traps are in the house. What are we going to do? What if we just clip out of bounds?
If only we could exit the house without having to interact with any of them. And also, you know, activating the seizure box.
This level used to be around a 9-minute level. It now takes less than that. It is... I love the fact that so many different out-of-bounds clips have been found to destroy this game.
It's always the levels that would take the longest as well, that have just been turned into literally nothing.
It's like removing all RNG from like 3 different levels and replacing it with just clipping out of bounds is perfect.
Yeah.
On this level, we are on a timer that we need to beat a cycle for the dog in the house. We are going to be very tight. If we don't make that cycle, we're going to go the safer route, which only loses like 5 seconds, but
it is fundamentally longer.
Fundamentally, we don't want to miss it. And I think
fun fact for y'all, in my series of notes for this run, the description for this level is just let Lucky cook. His routing here is generally pretty good. I imagine he's going to hit the cycle. I hope he does. But there is too much tight maneuvering going on for me to even begin to comprehend what he's cooking.
Okay, I should make this cycle. It's going to be tight, but I should have made it.
I believe.
Yep, I did. The dog is just turning around now. We're good.
Excellent.
That level can be extremely stressful if you don't make it to the box at 6 minutes in the top left. Because if you don't, then the dog is going to chase you around for the last 5 light bulbs, and that becomes a real pain.
It is handy that there's an in-game timer that does, you can use to track the cycles of the AI.
It's very useful that it's like on a very easy to remember number too.
Yeah, and you don't have to remember any weird specific time. That's honestly probably how they coded it.
Alright, so this level is going to be a bit weird because usually you're supposed to take Hammy to the kitchen to activate a button to turn off the traps in increments of 3 seconds. What if we just jump into the back of a mini fridge?
Yes. So they've got to store the universal off switch somewhere, so they just put it in a mini fridge that you can't see from out of bounds. So you just kind of memorize where that is and take a random dive into a fridge that barely exists, and you win the level for free.
I still don't fully know how we figured this glitch out. I think that was found by Jaylun too, the person who made the task back in 2019.
Absolute legend.
Yeah, there are a few really cool people who helped out with glitch hunting this game. We'll mention 7AJK later too.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe with how overwhelmingly cool Lucky and I are. We are perhaps the least cool members of the Over the Hedge for the DS speedrunning scene.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Okay, I'm the coolest and you're the least cool. I was trying to be nice. So what you do there is you get a high jump on the right side of the doorway so that when you do make contact with the gas and it stuns you, it knocks you into the room rather than out of it. So it does take a little bit of time to be stunned, but you do just get to enter the room for free, which is quite nice.
And with that jump there, it is extremely tight over these lasers because that is the maximum arc you can have with RJ is 3.5 lasers. I somehow got that clip first try. That
was a really clean clip because I was going to talk about how that stool can be a pain to get a hold of, and then you grab the corner right away. Good lord.
Yeah, that stool is supposed to be very tight. It's a clip that you need to be very close to the edge of the house on to be able to clip out of bounds, and it a lot of times won't even work. So here, we're going to try and clip into the porch first try. We missed there, so we're going to do a backup.
It's good to have a backup strat, and we've got the weird grab on the corner of the wall here. There you go.
Yep, and
Not
then we're
quite
going
as
to
fast
come
as had we
slightly to the
initially
right.
got into the wall, but it is solid to get in there.
We're going to quickly just go to the right there and dodge the air freshener and jump into the room where the flashlight is. Okay, from here, pretty simple, just throw it onto the couch. Be careful where you throw it after the couch because you can soft lock here.
Yes, this was discovered by me. If you throw it wrong, you can put the flashlight up on the windowsill where it becomes entirely inaccessible from literally anywhere. So, you know, there's always breaking new grounds in the Over the Hedge scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It might be a useless tech, but it's a tech nonetheless. If you ever want to stop playing Over the Hedge, you can force yourself to do so.
I don't know why anyone would want to not play this masterpiece.
It's the world's first developed anti-speedrun tech. Not in that it makes a speedrun worse, in that it makes you stop speedrunning.
So here we're going to be doing one of the strats that 7AJK has found that is influential to the speedrun. This used to be the hardest level in the run. You had to pick up a energy drink to be able to get more momentum and jump over some lasers that were just long enough to be able to reach. Now we're going to just grab the toolbox and clip out of bounds from a table in the other room. Once again, this is another level where once you grab the item, the taxidermy is going to show up, but we're just going to ignore him again. Here you're going to
Taxidermist is kind of like the Kmart Verminator for this game.
He is the brother of the Verminator.
Oh. More cool lore things that I'm learning. Look at me.
And clipping out of bounds here, we are now good to take the toolbox back to the start. And that will be the end of all the house's missions.
There's the main meat of the run. Or the meat of the game complete, but we do have a few very important levels left up for us.
Yep. Now we've got Construction 3. We're going to quickly restart Glitch. I don't know how you're supposed to do this level without it. I don't know how I did it without it because it is such a tight window with the construction worker right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do an up warp out of bounds. Now, up warps are normally like randomly in a different place. We're just going to clip through a wall with it. If I can get it third try here. There we go.
Nice.
For some reason, the collision with the wall there where it connects to the dirt is slanted and just shoots the character model up so the level of where our exit is.
Now here we are on the first part of the final level. We are in Gladys's house, and we are attempting to muck about and get some things done. Firstly, yeah, you're gonna go get out of bounds initially. Have you been paying attention to the run at all? If you have, you'll know we're not playing in the walls here.
We are going to find where Gladys is now holding all the endangered animals. Once we've done that, we are going to go back to RJ and Vern, who are now in the house, and try to activate all the cameras inside. This is going to be one of the few levels where you'll see us actually use both of the characters, and we are now done with both the characters. It is all Vern now.
It's Vern for the rest of our time in this area. Once again, dropping through the wall off the back of the box there, and now we've got a bit of a satellite to destroy. But first, Vern has to run a marathon.
Yep. So we're going to get up onto the desk here and get ready to do another shell jump into the satellite and onto the final level. I'll let you take this one away.
Sure thing. All right, he's got to focus up. So our objective here is to get all 3 of those cameras activated. So first thing is we're going to get up there onto the shelf, grab the activation card, and use it while we fall down. Saves us a little bit of time. You're going to want to get over all of our gas there, and now we need to get to the office. First, you've got to get around all of these gases, and we've got to get... Sorry, your stream lagged out a bit. There we
got to get the cheese.
Got to get the cheese and the first camera activated. So this time, at this point, we now have to guide Gladys around the house. So we have to constantly check to make sure that she is focused on us and pursuing us. She will very often decide to walk in random circles for no good reason, but we've got to keep her headed around the house. As we get down here, we pitch the cheese into the fake Verminator, jump past his gas there, and we are double checking to make sure that she continues to follow down, and she's sure is taking her time.
I think we lost her, actually.
We lost Gladys? Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, we gotta restart the level.
That's unfortunate.
That is sad. Oh well.
That is very sad.
It's fine. We were ahead of estimate by a decent amount, actually.
Yep.
All right, once again, we're going to go around the air fresheners here. There is a very tight window on the wall where we're able to squeeze by and not get hit by them. Gladys's AI is very strange in the fact that it will constantly want to do a loop when it is not in the same vicinity of us. So as you see there, it turns around and then turns back. We have to make sure Gladys is following us. I was a little bit too quick on the step there with running down the hallway to pitch the cheese. This is fine. I'm able to turn around and jump over here. Never mind.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a little scuffed, but
it's it's over the head. What were you expecting? Bit of a I didn't activate the card. Oh no.
You know what?
We're doing great.
There's time for this.
Yeah.
Usually it doesn't go this bad on the final level, but you know what? It's a marathon run. What do you expect?
It happens. It happens. It's fine. I was flubbing the comms anyways. We're balling. Once again, so what Gladys's AI is going to want to do is take a loop when she hits this corner. And as you guys are seeing, getting her AI to follow and continue to cooperate can be quite a pain, because if you let her get too close and then you make a minor mistake, she can hit you and kill your entire run. Pitch the cheese into the Verminator, sneak by him.
She is actually following us this time, which is good.
We got to make sure that Gladys is staying on our tail.
And then we do a tight jump here onto the table, and time is going to happen when she touches the final camera here.
Once this third camera gets activated.
So time is coming up, and that is the run.
Now. Bit of a stumble at the end there, but that was a good run.
Yeah, ignore the fumble towards the end, but
it happens. It happens.
What was the time we had there? Okay, that's still a really good run with messing up the final level twice.
That's not too bad at all, really. So So yeah, thank you for joining us for Over the Hedge for the Nintendo DS. As you can see, it's a very technical and an in-depth run. I'm sure you are all emotionally changed as people after witnessing something of such glory.
Yeah, I've grown, honestly.
He's gonna do the thing that he does at the end of every run. Where
I just have to quickly show off the worst 3D models ever made.
Terrible facial expression of Ver. I hope that's not your face after seeing this run.
That's my face after failing the final level twice.
So it's my face after seeing you get hit into the laser. I did make one of those.
But yeah, I just want to quickly thank GDQ for having me here. This has been a lot of fun. I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to be here. I also want to shout out the Over the Hedge speedrun community. They are some great people there. We will be happy to help you out with learning the game if you want to try out this scuffed mess. Try not to run it on emulator. I'll say that because it lags out a lot.
Do not try it on emulator. It will set your computer ablaze. It is not a good idea. I tried it. I have not tried it again since.
But I want to also shout out Sloth's community, the table, the Flavoids. The Flavoids, you know who you are. Colin, thank you for joining me here.
Thank you for having me. It's always a strange and interesting experience to commentate this game with you against in front of an increasingly large amount of people.
Well, thank you both so much for joining. That was actually a really, really fun run. I really enjoyed that a lot. So thank you for showing it off. Chat, again, water, do it. And also, if you missed out on any of our other Hotfix shows, be sure to check out the VODs on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick to watch our shows live. And with that, we will be right back again. Get some water, stretch, get a snack if you would like, and we will see you for more As Seen on TV in just a few. Welcome back from that break to As Seen on TV. I'm Nichole Goodnight. You are watching on Games Done Quick's channel on twitch.tv, and we have another amazing game for you tonight. And you know what? That's it. I don't have any announcements for you right now. We're just going to jump right into it. So I'm going to go on over to Crow, and we're going to do some Nicktoons Unite, New Game Plus. It's going to be great. Let's go.
Thank you, Nicole. Hello, everybody. My name is Crow3893, and I'll be running Nicktoons Unite NG Plus Solo. Real quick, I'll let my commentators introduce themselves.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jaxler. And I'm Vocal Titus. Yeah, so two of us run co-op together. I also have done runs of this category, did it at Bergen Bin like ages ago, but Crow's a beast at this game and has added a lot of cool stuff to it. So if you've seen the run before, stick around, because this one will be fun.
Yeah, you're definitely in for a treat, that's for sure.
Yeah, so this game primarily is a 3D co-op beat-em-up featuring SpongeBob SquarePants, Timmy Turner, Danny Phantom, and Jimmy Neutron. And the main story is that they team up together to stop the evil syndicate from destroying all of their universes. And generally throughout the game, you go to each person's dimension. So you go to Danny's, then SpongeBob's, Timmy's, and then Jimmy's into various levels. And throughout those levels, you actually collect power-up abilities that you can also have the option to upgrade as well. But in New Game Plus, the advantage with it is that we already beat all the levels, and we have all the power-up abilities unlocked, but some of them being upgraded. Only some, because some of them we purposely don't upgrade because they're a little bit slower. And I'll say this real quick as well regarding this category. So this is NG Plus Solo. So this is actually a one-player mini-controller category. So for this term, I'm actually going to be playing with 2 GameCube controllers because I am on the GameCube version of this game. And what I'm basically going to be doing is doing co-op strategies with pretty much just only myself, because just to be able to try and do it as quick as I can, because it's the AI for the partners really do not want to cooperate in terms of the glitches and tricks that we're going to be doing. So it's just better to just have 2 controllers ready. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and just get prepared, but because this is GameCube and we have to wait for the memory card prompt. But I'll just say this will be one interesting run. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for it. And for most of it, because it's going to be enjoyable. All right,
Yeah,
so
this game might also have the world record for the world's slowest load times.
Also, I just got
reading from a
disc
memory
lag
card.
right there. I got disc lag.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Classic, yeah.
This game rules, by the way.
Yeah,
By that, I mean,
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, yes.
All right, who's ready? Crow, you ready?
Yeah, are we good to go with the timer?
I think we should be good.
Alrighty. All right, you guys want to join in with me on the countdown? I'll start from 5.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's
Five,
get going.
4,
4, 3, 2, 1,
go.
Oh my god, you tried your best. That was
Come on.
That was a countdown.
Oh, we bungled
Come
it. Oh
on.
my goodness.
Yeah, so we're at the bat. We're in Jimmy's lab, and we're just going to be entering into a portal that takes us to the Ghost Zone prison. Now, there's a reason why this game takes quite a while. It's not because it's a beat 'em up. It's also having to involve these cutscenes because many of them are unskippable, and I still don't know the exact amount, but they take more than 10 minutes of the speedrun. So we get to enjoy these excellent, well-animated 2005 cutscenes. Really shows the models well.
I'm glad you could finally make
You gotta love those freaking chalkboard eraser eyebrows from Danny and Vlad, and then SpongeBob with the eyeliner game on point. It's just
The voice
and the
acting
portal
is
in the
also.
background, that's just completely.
Oh yeah,
relevant.
the portal's missing chunks out of it. I'm not entirely sure how that works,
Yeah,
but
and shout out to Jimmy Neutron with his soft serve chocolate ice cream hair.
it's iconic.
Yeah. No, the best part about running the best part about running this game co-op when I was hanging out with Drunkle is like we would just start the run and like we were just like, all right, we'll just chill here for a sec, grab a snack, hit the bathroom, and then we were good.
Yeah, it's very chill. You get to notice little small things about the cutscenes, like the broken portal, which even though it's broken, it is somehow supplying Vlad with unlimited ghost energy. So that's going to be the whole first phase of this run is stopping him.
Alright, so we're in the Ghost Zone prison here as our first level, and Crow is immediately going to hop on both controllers. Because we're on New Game Plus, we immediately have access to bubble bombs, which we would normally not get until a good portion of the way, about halfway into the game. And so Crow purposely detonates the bomb while SpongeBob is holding it. Nice clip. So SpongeBob has a different hitbox when he picks up an object and then restores this hitbox when he puts it back down. So if you pick up a bomb and then have it explode, it like breaks SpongeBob's hitbox, and you can use that to clip people out of bounds. So now you're gonna see Danny sort of float through the hell dimension here. The way a lot of Nicktoons games work is that when you fall far enough down out of orbit, it will wrap you back up into the air a certain distance as a failsafe measure. So as long as we go the correct direction and kind of use visual cues to keep track of where we are, we can travel pretty much wherever we want to out of bounds. Now, again, this is a 3D beat 'em up, so the camera's kind of garbage, but we have a bunch of really good setups here in order to be able to do a boatload of skips. And so our goal right here is to get Danny out of bounds. He's just going to be running on air through the world.
Oh.
And hopefully...
Okay.
Oh, you can land on...
Yeah, you can. There's flooring here as well. I don't know. It's not really faster as well, but even though you can do the punches, but yeah, you can do that. It's not
This
really
game
worth
teaches
it.
me something new every time.
Yeah, this is what we mean when we say every time we play this, we notice some new thing.
Oh, that was scary. I almost landed back in bounds. Okay, I'm on the.
Yeah, and so what Crow's going to do here is go, nice. Okay, that was actually really, really good.
Yeah, it's a
312. So
yeah.
the end level trigger there is right behind the door.
Oh, I
and
didn't go
normally
for
you're
the
supposed to fight
e-bike.
the mini boss.
Ah.
No. Your disc was having issues earlier. I don't want to risk it all.
My heart can only take so much.
Yeah, so I could have. There's basically 2 debug triggers behind that giant door. So it's one that ends the level, which is the one I hit. But there's also another one that actually activates the boss in that level, which is Walker. You're normally supposed to fight him, and then there's like a long cutscene that plays in the end. But if you actually hit that the trigger and you wait a bit, it causes the game to crash, which is only on console, and apparently happens when you're at a far distance from him, but it's so weird. But yeah, we can just skip the level and that's it, and saves a lot of time. And now we're currently in Haunted Enemy Park. We're in the fencing lab. We're going to be going to Haunted Enemy Park, and I suggest that you guys do not blink because we're going to be finishing this level really quickly.
Yeah, speaking of skipping levels, so when we were testing around, so we're in the Fenton's lab, and we found out that they put the Fenton's lab all the way at the end of the level. So if we use the same glitch we did from the first level, and we clip out of bounds through the wall, it just takes us straight to the end of the level, and we skip the entire thing. That was like 10 seconds. Normally, in this level, you have to leave the lab, and then save a bunch of possessed townspeople, and then make your way all the way over here, but we can just skip all of it.
Yeah, and even within the context of any percent, in an any percent run, you actually have to do part of the level normally so you can go get the freeze glove for Timmy, because you don't start out with all the abilities for all the characters, but we just skipped it completely. So
Yeah, it's so good. Because like in any percent, there's different ways to go out of bounds for Haunted Enemy Park and Ghost Sun Prison compared to NG Plus. Because you also have to collect power-up abilities, but again, because it's New Game Plus, I don't have to worry about it as well. Also, now we're in Vlad's Castle, bro. Real quick, let's enjoy this really great voice line.
Classic.
So
it just repeats on itself.
Yeah, there's a rare instance where it could actually not happen, but it's very rare.
Yeah, so Crow actually has to be very fast there in order to get a bomb pull before that cutscene plays, so that was pretty smart, pretty fast. And so we're going to click Danny out here, and you're going to notice that Crow actually disconnects player 2 from the game via the pause menu. So that's for two reasons, and for one is that if two human players are far enough away from each other, it prevents them from walking further in either direction. So we need SpongeBob out of the way, and then on top of that, the more players you have and the further away they are, the more the game lags and the less control you have over the character. So this out of bounds sequence is pretty tough. It's pretty easy to get to your final destination. It's just landing back in bounds is the tricky part. So I mentioned earlier how when you fall enough out of bounds, you get warped up straight above you at a set Y position. And so the problem is this level, about halfway in, it starts being too high for you to be able to sort of just teleport back into the air. And Crow's actually going to land back in bounds here as a safety strat because it will set a checkpoint here. But what Crow's going to be attempting to do here after locking SpongeBob out of the game is upwarp Danny in such a way that his head actually clips inside of the floor of the area that Crow wants to go to. And then he's going to mash start on the second controller to try to prop Jimmy back in bounds. And then, because Danny's going to be stuck on the floor with no way to get out. So we need to swap to a different character, and the only way we can do that is by bringing in another controller. And so this is the hard part because things really don't like to load in here. So
and then there's two areas that have lava, so like the little door on the floor right there.
There's a lot of kill planes here. This should work.
There we go.
Good. There's the head stick.
You can sometimes get soft blocked, but thankfully that didn't happen. That was close. If you end up going in the wooden,
and there's Jimmy.
The wooden part.
And so now what Crow's going to do is get Danny off camera and then swap to Danny to clip him back out through the floor. And then we're going to go Ghost here to be immune to the hazards here.
Yeah, that was really well done.
That's actually legitimately really, really hard. So that's pretty impressive.
It's very easy to hit one of those lava kill planes there, and it takes you all the way back to where you clipped out, which is why he went back in bounds one time during the section, because if he didn't do that and he hit one of the lava sections, he would have had to go back to the beginning of the level and redo that. But now we're coming up to our first generator fight. So the out of bounds we did actually skipped the first one of these in the level.
Oh no.
But we have to break these generators that are powering Vlad's portal. So you basically just use the freeze glove and then smack.
Just smack it with Clef.
Just smack these little pylons, with Clef's
You're also
chin,
going to see how massive frame rate spike, just like, this game is laggy as all get out. There are going to be a couple of times, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, the reason that part actually lags is because of all the visuals in the level itself, because when I was doing attempts one day and this entire area did not load in, it actually ran perfectly smooth at 60 frames. That's an issue that this game has. Primarily with GameCube, the game really does not run at 60 frames because of how much is loaded in. It's mainly depending on what they're shown on the camera. We don't know how this is for PS2. We've been told that it apparently runs much smoother, especially for the final level as an example. But we haven't been able to really test out that version of the game as much. But yeah, for GameCube, that's basically one of the only disadvantages with it. The advantage, however, is also with it has faster loading times, so that makes it up. Right.
Yeah, so one thing to keep in mind as well as we make our way through this generator room is that SpongeBob still has that what we call the displacement glitch, which is where a character's picked up something and then they get interrupted, causing them to drop it in some way, which gives them a displaced hitbox. And so that is active on SpongeBob until the level ends. And so that's actually really important because I believe it was Drunkle and I discovered that you can actually, with a displacement clip, skip the third generator. You can technically skip, I believe, the second one as well, but A, it's really hard, and B, it doesn't really save any time, especially in two-player co-op. And so hopefully we'll get to see that here in a moment. It can be a little bit tricky, but gonna lead with SpongeBob here just to make sure that we can platform over there, because we need to jump around the electricity in these generators, and that can be a little finicky sometimes.
Another thing about the displacement glitch is he hadn't been using SpongeBob very much, and that's partly because he needed to use Timmy anyway, but the displacement glitch can also make your hitboxes like pretty big, and they can sort of mess stuff up, so you can end up breaking the ice on the center pillar like from halfway across the map, so it's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that was a great clip right there.
Also, a little fun fact, on the top of that staircase, there's actually a button, like usually one of the button pads that you slam on. There's just a random one up there. It's probably meant as like a debug, but it's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah,
I never even saw that.
It's actually shown the frame after that cutscene's finished. There's usually like before and after every cutscene, in-game cutscene like this one, for example, you can't. There's actually a frame where it shows like a camera at a specific angle of the level, and it's pretty interesting. Oh, also real quick, I'll soon have it up and running again. Again. Shout out to Martin Mull, the voice actor of Vlad, for being able to pull off that line.
Oh yeah, he killed it. He absolutely killed it.
Literally, he killed it.
Yeah. So this fight with Vlad is actually pretty technical, especially in solo, because normally the way that this Vlad fight works is you need to possess Danny's dad to be able to DPS the boss. And then Vlad goes into the main part of the arena. And the way you do it in co-op is you have one player towards the bottom left of the screen and another player on Danny to manipulate the boss into a certain pattern in order to get quick cycles. Got no hit, that's good. And then we're going to see a specific rhythmic attack press pattern, which actually sort of like animation cancels a little bit, which allows us to get through there a bit faster. We got the hit there on Vlad. That doesn't do damage, but that's going to put him right in the center. And then we're going to interrupt Vlad before he can attack. And then hopefully if Crow does this right, this should be a 3-cycle fight.
I'm going to stand here for safety. Okay, this should be it. The manip should work. There we go.
Yeah, he stands up near the top towards that purple thing to force Vlad to the bottom left corner, and then standing at the bottom forces him back up to a point where you can attack him.
Perfect 3-cycle.
Perfect fight.
That was really dang good. And it's worth noting, that's not easy in co-op either, okay?
Oh yeah, it's hard. Like, there's a lot of coordination.
Yeah. And doing that all on one controller is really hard to do because you don't have a very big window to nail Vlad and keep the manip going. So that was really impressive.
Easiest way to actually tell if you get the 3-cycle, if Vlad's health is less than where the V is on his name, and because it shows his name and his health icon. If his health is less than V, then like lower, it's like more to the right from where the V is on his name, that's how you know you get the 3-cycle, because you'll be able to do just enough damage to be able to eliminate him before he does the teleportation that we'd have to manipulate normally. So now we stopped Vlad, and we're currently entering into the next dimension to be able to stop the Evil Syndicate, because Vlad already told us what their plans were. And we're going to be entering into SpongeBob. So real quick, I just have to make sure. Okay, so I waited a little bit before I skipped that cutscene, because if you this is the only time this happens, but if you actually skip that cutscene within like the first few frames, the game just crashes, and we don't know why. It's only on this category. It doesn't happen in any percent or glitch list. It just happens in NG+, probably because we were breaking the game too quickly, and the game just can't handle it because we're just speedrunning the game.
In rules, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Such a good video game.
It is legitimately very fun.
It's a fun co-op one. I'll say that.
It's one of those, like, it's so bad, it's good. In both the speedrun and, like, casual.
This is the room of speedrunning.
Yeah,
so we're currently in Bikini Bottom, meeting up with Sandy, and we have to help her because she wants to take us to the Krusty Krab to be able to discuss with us about Plankton's plans. But we have to make sure that she doesn't get hit by a bunch of enemies, but also making sure that we don't prevent her from stopping, because the more that we're closer to her, she'll actually do a jumping jack animation, which is super slow and has a lot of delay. So basically, it's just making sure to just prevent any enemies from hitting her, and then she doesn't stop. Because if she actually gets hit, she'll run backwards, and she'll end up being a bit more slower. So that's basically the main premise for this entire level. And then like right now, we still have to meet up with her because the first bridge fell, and I'm gonna do a little. Nice, got the skip first try.
That skip makes me so. Oh heck! We didn't know that was a thing.
Bridge broke.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go for a cutscene skip right here.
Nice.
To be good. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So
we haven't like we. I was just gonna say we've been like trying so hard to break this level because like the level kind of wraps around itself in like a spiral. So like there's theories as to ways we can skip like a lot of this stuff with Sandy because it's essentially an escort quest. Nice. But it's really tough because there's just kill planes everywhere and it's just sad and frustrating. But there's some theories, and it might be possible at some point. So
if it is possible, that could actually break the barrier of 1 hour. That would be very good.
Yeah, which would be wild.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we're gonna see it. Yeah, we're gonna see a new glitch here called the cheerleader glitch. This is actually something that requires both controllers. So normally, if you put a character on top of another character's head, they cannot jump again. But if they are an AI character and they're on top of a head for long enough, the game will consider that AI character stuck and have them do what's called a proxy jump in order to get them unstuck. And so we're going to use Timmy's massive dome right here and then regain control of the character after they do their proxy jump to skip that section right there. And then we're going to do another one right here, using the flare gun as well to stun the enemies to reduce lag and make it easier to set these up. Yeah, this is really nice because
real quick, I want to show this off. You can go out of bounds right here. It's so funny. You can actually do this.
Wait, okay.
Yeah, this was found recently. It was found by former any percent world record holder Turingu. It doesn't really do anything, but it's just something I wanted to show off real quick. It's actually like one of the few I found in this game.
There it is, nice. And you got eaten by the clam.
I hope that
you got
if I don't fall. Oh gosh, dang it!
Oh, that's rough.
Well,
jinxed it.
Okay, AI, please. Okay, SpongeBob really did not want me to do the trick. Oh, okay, that made it up.
There you go. Nice save.
Yeah, so
we're gonna log out with SpongeBob, use the helmet a little bit, and then Nichole, let's get Danny back in here in a moment.
Okay, and then once he's there we go. And then we meet up with Sandy. She did the jumping jacks right there. And then we have to just make sure that she can go through. So we basically have to break these down so that way she can follow us, even though you can just walk. You can actually just walk around these, and I'll just show that real quick. You can just do this, but we still have to break the path for Sandy. Because if we don't, she'll whistle.
We're gonna be. Oh, I guess we didn't mention this as well. The reason that Danny is our point character so often is that the third hit of the 3-hit combo moves you slightly further. So it's actually a bit of a speed increase to mash 3-hit combo with Danny to move faster in this game. So that's also part of the reason we don't upgrade Danny's 3-hit combo is because it adds a 4th hit to the combo that slows us down.
Yep. Actually, yeah, his third animation, if you upgrade it, it changes to, instead of him doing a punch, at least instead does a back kick, which actually is much slower, and it actually doesn't make him. It actually makes him walk behind, or like basically like slows him down a bit more than like the actual forward kick. So that's one of the few times we don't really upgrade in this category. And we meet up with Sandy again, and then the bridge fell, and she was able to somehow predict it because she predicted it like a whole second before it actually fell. Pretty funny.
Yeah, Sandy's clairvoyant. It's pretty incredible.
No, we're just
I guess while we're moving through here, Nichole, I don't know. Again, this is from what I understand, your first time seeing any of this. Any thoughts? Any impressions? Any questions?
I'm just taking it all in. I'm just.
Well, let's say this. How smooth would you say the game is right now? Because in terms of it not being like actual smooth 60, it's just handling it right now. It's trying to handle
so
the
bad.
game is just. It's trying to just handle it. Yeah, even my Wii is struggling to read this right now. It has issues. It's just.
I feel like that's universal for like this level specifically. Like when I would do runs with Jaxler, we'd get to the section where you're breaking down those walls, like running downhill, and his Wii would sound like it was about to take off. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that's cool. So you may be wondering, what are we currently doing right now? So we met up with Sandy, and we had to look for 5 of the citizens to be able to meet up with the Krusty Krab because they're all scattered because Plankton scared them off. And we're currently looking for the 5th one right here. And I'm going to do actually something called a partner warp. So when a character is actually falling and like they hit a kill plane because they have a bit of an animation where they're just gone, there's a little bit of a window where if you actually register on swapping characters, the camera just has because the game doesn't know that the character you're playing as is not shown, it will automatically just make you go to the character that you swap as, which can also be very good. So that's what I did right there to teleport Danny close to SpongeBob. Okay, good. I didn't get the lag at the end, so that's nice. So we saved all the citizens, and now we're currently meeting up with Sandy, and she's going to be giving us a long dialogue of basically Plankton's plan. So in the meantime, we don't need to know all that nonsense, so this is actually just going to be a good time for us to plug in our stuff. So if you are interested in maybe seeing more Nicktoons stuff, I speedrun at twitch.tv/crow3893.
Yeah, and if you want to see more of not that, because this game is too hard, you should follow me and Drunkle. So you can find Drunkle at twitch.tv/drunkle_Titus. You can find me at twitch.tv/Jaxler1. Yeah. Again, thank you, Nichole, for having this game on the show, because like this game is hilarious. It's so bad, but it also rules at the same time.
This game goes so hard.
It's just it's Nicktoons Unite. That's one way to describe it. It's Nicktoons Unite.
It is one of the games of all time.
Definitely.
But yeah, no,
that's so true.
But I will reiterate though, please go follow Crow on Twitch. He's an absolute beast at so many cool speed games that like you've never heard of before. And it's just like so check him out, give him a follow. He's always cooking up some nonsense.
It's mostly childhood games that I grew up playing, so it's wait, hold on, sorry. Oh, I didn't get disc lag. That's actually good. So yeah, I normally speedrun like games I grew up playing. So this game I didn't grow up with. I grew up with the GBA version, but I got very interested in the game because of the speedrun, and I enjoyed it since. And yeah, it's still fun in my opinion. But yeah, I tend to normally play games I grew up playing. So my main game actually is Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots, which I actually ran at the my last time here at As Seen on TV. Thank you again, Nichole, for that. And it was really fun. It felt really great to showcase that game because the Nicktoons Unite games aren't really like that active. We recently had one person active for Nicktoons Unite Glitchless solo and for co-op as well. So it was cool to see that. But it's also with the other games. So that's kind of like what I want to do is to just like be able to showcase just like how these games the Nicktoons games that we probably grew up playing can really be pretty interesting and broken apart compared to what was ever intended in the first place, and it's really fun in my opinion. I've enjoyed running this game for the past year, and Jax and Drunkle were actually the reasons I actually played this specific game. It was their co-op run that got me interested.
Yeah, so if you have any like issues with this being on GDQ Hotfix, then you can blame me and Drunkle. So,
yeah, it's our fault.
No,
we're sorry, guys.
Just kidding. So you might have noticed that we're cataclysmically out of bounds again. That's another example.
Yeah, I hope you guys like teal.
Yeah, so nothing's gonna load in for a good bit, and so Crow's using a combination of just general muscle memory and camera changes to know exactly where he is.
There we go.
And so you're gonna see a big pause there. Crow's doing a couple pauses in this area just to load things in for visual cues as well as camera resets and lag, clearing some of the on-screen lag. And so you're actually gonna see, in order to get back in bounds, because of all of the kill planes, we're gonna do this kind of fall here, turn around as soon as we get underneath the floor, and then hopefully we land back in bounds.
Nice.
And then we can swap to Jimmy here. Nice.
It's also possible to land on this part without having to shrink it as Jimmy, but it's super hard and it's very risky because it's close to a kill plane. Also, I'm gonna hit a debug right here. So this is not how you're supposed to do this.
And
the fact that works is...
I don't even know if it's faster, which is the annoying part. It just is.
In any percent it does, because you can do it while Jimmy does is in his animation, getting his rocket flare. So
getting the flare. That's right.
Yeah, and it saves lag as well. So that's also another thing. Even though it lags because there's so many enemies, because yes, it's a beat 'em up, unfortunately. But then again, it's still a fun beat 'em up.
So like in the 2-player runs that Drunkle and I do, oftentimes like if I'm playing Danny, Drunkle will pretty often be on Jimmy with the flare gun because it stuns all the enemies that see it, which is really good because they'll be throwing out projectiles and doing animations, which can cause more lag.
Yeah, they knock you back and they run around and they shoot their attacks and it just really slows the game down. So it's better to just have them out of commission.
Yeah, so
So
now
we're-
we're here with the Flying Dutchman, and we have to basically eliminate these 6 ghosts from taking over his ship. And the easiest way to do this is by just going in ghost form, and before they're no longer their phase shift form, because that happens. But the animation's gonna go away soon. We're just gonna purposely let it go away because right here, there we go, the animation went. It takes a while. It's kind of buggy sometimes. And then, first try.
We got skip first try. Nice.
That's a hard one.
That's awesome.
That's like the one thing I found is that you can skip that water absorption water bucket puzzle.
Saves like 15 seconds, so it's really useful. Thank you again, Jax.
Yeah, that's a really big one because like you have to like go to the puddle of water and you have to navigate across this narrow beam and you might get hit by one of the little gremlin dudes.
Box jump is hard to get.
Unfortunate.
It's a nice trick because if you're off a ledge, you can sometimes get a slight extended height, and that's what I try to go for with to like land on the boxes. That's like one of the few ledges that has it. It doesn't really happen for most of them, unfortunately, but it's still pretty cool.
It's like the sickest half second in the world to save, but
heck yeah. All right, so that's the last enemy. There we go, and we just did a whole circle. So now we're gonna meet up with the Flying Dutchman again. And everybody, I suggest that you enjoy this cutscene because this is a well-made one. So feel free to pay attention to the Flying Dutchman's ship.
boom. Oh, it went through the skybox.
There he goes.
And the clouds.
Into the skybox. And they just walk off the ledge.
Such a good one.
Oh my goodness. All right, we're coming into.
That's just where ghosts go. They just disappear behind the sky.
Yeah. So this is maybe one of the hardest levels in New Game Plus, just because the out-of-bounds movement through here is really tricky and can be really scary. Normally this is the level where you would get the bubble bomb for the first time, so you could start doing those bubble bomb clips. But luckily, again, we have bubble bomb at the start because of New Game Plus, so we're going to be able to set up a bomb clip. Getting out of bounds itself is pretty tricky because you're doing it into a kind of funky corner at a kind of funky camera angle. So we're going to set up the bomb here with SpongeBob. And again, Crow is doing this with two controllers, two characters at the same time.
Yep.
And some of the two controller strats are going to get more ridiculous as the game goes on.
Oh yeah,
especially right here.
Especially the boss fight after the one in this dimension is going to definitely require it. All right, here we go. I'm actually going to
try on the clips.
I'm going to be quiet because I actually need to focus on this because if I don't, I could get soft blocked. So you guys can take over for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty complex section of Out of Bounds. This is a pretty like twisty-turny level where you have to like help Patrick, and you have to like free Patrick and guide him around these platforms, and then you have to go free some jellyfish, and then you have to sneak up into Plankton's lab. It's a whole big ordeal. So what we're doing here is clipping Out of Bounds. We have to navigate around some certain sections, and it's pretty complex. Like I said, it twists and turns a lot. There's some sections with like some lasers guarding it where if you flip back into bounds, you get stuck there and you have to restart the level. So it can be very tricky.
Yeah, so that room right there is avoidable, but it's very difficult with the camera. But luckily, again, SpongeBob maintains the displacement glitch throughout the entire level. So we can just clip back out as a backup pretty quickly. And in case Crow accidentally hits a kill plane, it'll actually give us a nice place to back up from. So
yeah,
this is the hard part, is we're going around
This is the only part room in the entire out of everything in the whole game. This is the only section that has out of bounds kill planes. Oh, I hit the kill plane. Okay, there we go. I flipped out.
Yeah, luckily SpongeBob stood still, so we're gonna get another shot at this.
But yeah,
again, this is arguably the hardest part of the run, or one of the. Well, maybe Crocker one cycle.
Yeah, Crocker one.
Crocker one cycle. In terms of out of bounds,
this is
the
up
second
there.
hardest. This one's the second hardest. So you try and get it like in all one sweep.
Hardest probably Crocker Fortress, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's like 3 different ways of doing Crocker Fortress, and they're all impossible.
Yep.
Should be good.
Okay, that was close. That was the camera almost just like made me hit a kill plane. All right,
It'd be a heart attack.
Okay, now the camera's gonna rotate.
Okay, that was close.
You should be good. All right, and so the end of the level is more up and to the left past this steam room. So there's a couple ways this can go. Either Crow gets the hole-in-one and lands inside the end level trigger, or we'll land outside like the front door to the chum bucket.
There we go. Jimmy spawned.
Oh, you just walked right in. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can sometimes manipulate the when you spawn in the second player. They can sometimes go in through the door and it can save a little bit more time than having to do the clip. Thankfully, I got lucky with that. In my PB, I actually got the hole-in-one in my PB, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're currently inside the chum bucket. We're gonna be fighting Plankton, and this fight has changed a lot. If you have seen Jax's run of this game on the last hotfix that he was in with this game, this fight has changed a lot with it. We broke it. We're now able to beat it almost twice as fast, saving about like 3 cycles and probably over like 2.5 minutes. So it involves with like a specific a precise positioned trick with the bubble bomb. So not only does the bubble bomb useful with doing object displacement clips, it also leads to us being able to do infinite like a lot of damage to Plankton as well. It's just because we have to make sure that we have to get the right positions and making sure that he's manipulated well. So I gotta put out Jimmy because the game will just lag a bit more. And here comes the Plankton fight.
So something that is going to happen right at the start is a really annoying bug with Plankton on the first attack where like the Plankton boss hitbox is like beefed. It just doesn't work properly. So we're actually going to bait out an attack on purpose when we can normally get like an opening.
Ready?
Because otherwise we won't be able to do maximum DPS. And so boss is going to zoom and then going to go in for another opening. And then here we go. We'll see if we get the stacks here.
Got it.
The Crow's got the right spot, and so Crow is just gonna match the bubble bomb button, and we'll get about a third of the way through the fight right there.
Also, here, just watch how Plankton's health just melts.
There's a voice line right here. It's such a good voice line.
Yeah, so the yellow and purple things that we've been grabbing like all around. The yellow one is your health, and the purple is like your power for your specials. So like Timmy's freeze gun and Danny Phantom's going ghost. So the bubble bombs use up the purple juice there, and you need to refill it because we're kind of dropping a lot of bombs on Plankton right now. So you got
a little optimization that Crow did there as well is actually hopping in second player with Timmy and using the upgraded Starflinger attack to do some extra DPS, which is going to allow us to get that free cycle, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. This is a
so long as Crow,
Crow,
the health's looking pretty good. So like as long as you get the positioning for the next set of bubble bombs, you should be good.
Yeah, I just have to make sure I want to try and see if I can get the manip for Plankton, because like he does these lasers 4 times. So this is number 2. This is number 3. Oh, I'm trying to see if he can land on here for number 4, but it only saved like 2 seconds. Oh wait. Oh no, I thought that was it. Yeah. So on the last one, if you make him land right here, it avoids doing this animation that he does, like the giant hop. Saves only like 2 seconds, but I still like to try and go for it. Let's see if we get 3 cycle.
Come on.
Oh my god! Oh. Okay.
Oh, that was so close.
It was so close. 3 cycles really is a bit tough to get. It's tougher on any percent. It's a bit more easier with NG+, but 3 cycle can be a bit of a pain to get. It's a little bit easier if you also use like when I had Timmy earlier. I probably should have used Timmy, but dang, that was so close.
Yeah, this is a tough fight, but I mean, even with a 4 cycle, this is much faster than the last time this fight was shown off. Like,
yeah,
I think we got like
6
a 5. It was like 5 if you played perfectly, I think. But 6 was like your standard Plankton fight, and now it's down to 3, which is absolutely ridiculous. Crow did a lot for shortening the length of this run of this fight.
Actually, this strategy was actually found by a former world record holder named True. So True actually found this manipulation where if we position SpongeBob at the right spot, we're barely far enough that he actually does his animation to blow out a bubble bomb. Because if you actually do a bubble bomb at a wall or like anything in front of it, it doesn't come out. But by positioning it in front of Plankton, there's barely a little bit of a gap that it comes out, but still deals the damage because of its hitbox. So it's pretty good, and it's actually what led to the 3 cycle being found. So shout out to True for finding out that strat. It's really cool. Also, here comes the cool part of the cutscene. All right, here it comes.
When will you people learn?
Come on.
Character just clipping inside of the robots.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Don't you
Yeah,
just...
this is like one of the longest cutscenes in the game.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
pretty ridiculous.
like a minute and a half.
Not a fan.
Actually, you know what? This will be another time to plug it in. Feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/crow3893.
Oh, we're doing the meme. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
You guys got
Twitch.tv/crow3893.
Yeah.
/ subscribe.
the 3,893rd crow right here.
That's a lot of crows.
To stop them from powering.
They gotta keep iterating on them until we get the perfect speedrunning crow.
Alright, so we stopped Plankton. Now we're currently we're going into Fairy World now to stop Mr. Crocker. And right here, I'm actually going to be purposely switching into Danny as my first player because I'm actually going to swap into SpongeBob as my second player because we're immediately going to go out of bounds at the beginning of this level. So right off the bat of this cutscene, we're going to be introduced to a well-made design of Crocker's face covered in gold, which, I mean, look at those teeth. Like, like he can chomp down a whole apple in just one
Pretty sure
bite.
that's not covered in gold. That's like solid gold. It's made out of gold.
Or as Jimmy would have probably referred to it as like something to do with like computer holograms and everything because
Fairy magic is actually a computer simulation because Jimmy Neutron's a big nerd who doesn't believe in magic. So.
Alright, so this level is split into two major halves, like a bunch of long hallways and like forced fights, and then like this branching paths area, which is where the level ends for the most part. And so
Crocker's
Crow's going to be
Trials.
attempting the Crocker out of bounds, the Crocker's Fortress out of bounds, which is by far the hardest one in the run. And on top of that, there are like variations of it that are even harder that are slightly faster. But Crow's going to go for a specific kind of tried and true setup. So we're going to log SpongeBob out. And we're going to be just kind of chilling at a diagonal up and right angle for a good bit here to avoid kill planes. So there's a couple of ways that this setup can work. We can either land in bounds right in front of another Crocker skull, which puts us into a cutscene for the branching paths area. Or it's actually possible to hit the cutscene trigger from out of bounds, which used to be like the fastest strat. Something that me and Drunkle found was it's actually possible to skip that cutscene entirely by doing a very specific upward fall right onto the inbounds for that branching path segment, but it is very, very risky. So Crow's probably not going to be going for that. Instead, what we're going to do is, for safety reasons, is we're going to try to land back in bounds right before the Crocker statue. And maybe if we get lucky, we'll accidentally hit the loading trigger for the cutscene. But, you know.
All right, that's
so we're going to see a pause right here.
That's not the
Just
one.
a quick pause to reset the camera.
Okay.
And then this is where it starts to get a little bit more dicey. We're going to be looking for a bunch of like wooden towers and pillars in the distance. That's how we know we are closing in on the section that we're going to want to skip into.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. That I need to wait one more.
That is a very strange camera.
Yeah, I paused.
That should be good.
I paused one warp early, so it caused the camera to go over there. And I'm going to be careful here because there's some kill planes around, and if I mess it up, I'm all the way back in the beginning. So I'm going to purposely.
There you go. Okay. So now you can see those wooden posts over there. So now Crow's going to be setting up for the inbounds part.
All right, last one. Let's see if this is it. Here we go.
This looks really good.
Nice.
Nice. First try. Nice. That is, again, really, really dicey. So awesome.
Easily the hardest out of bounds in the run. So that was fantastic.
Oh, and disc lag again.
Nice.
Beautiful.
This game sucks.
Shout out to Nicktoons Unite on Nintendo GameCube, everybody.
This game goes so hard.
Yeah, so that out of bounds we just did, you're probably wondering, so we skipped like half of this level, and to give more of an example, we just saved like almost 5 minutes by doing that out of bounds. So yeah, very, very, very good. Like 5 minutes of beat 'em up and combats and everything. And also a potential soft block that could actually happen, so we didn't have to worry about that, thankfully.
Yeah, really cool example right there of Crow moving two characters at the same time in general movement, just because SpongeBob needs to get over there.
Yeah, you're normally supposed to do this section as SpongeBob, but we're doing it as Danny just because we can do a little of a ghost jump skip, especially for this part right here. So basically when jumping an overshadow, you basically get to float in the air. And it's very useful for this part because we barely are able to land it on the platform at the very far of the left. So I'm gonna try and see if I can make this. Nice.
Looks good. Nice. And so this part, this whole branching paths part is where we're really going to see that partner warping strat, where we're going to fall into the goop. There's 2 characters that are positioned right at the start. You see Timmy right over there. And so you can fall into the goop and then mash the D-pad to swap over to Timmy. And then now it's a skip, basically backtracking on each of these different sections, unless there's no place to death warp into.
Not really.
So we're going to do a pause right there.
There are some that we go out of bounds when, which we will see soon. But yeah, most of this is just making sure to avoid movement, to make sure not to get hit and lose our movement during this because of these enemies, and especially also because they lag the game as well. So, okay, I tried going for a good Jimmy spawn, but I wasn't able to get it, unfortunately. He spawned in right as soon as I was going to pop in, so...
Yeah, so the way this puzzle's supposed to work, you have to break these coffins, which have hidden levers inside of them, but we're just going to clip right past that. There's no kill points to worry about here. And we'll see if we get the hole-in-one. This is a really hard one to nail. A really easy backup. But we'll see. This could be...
Okay, close.
Oh, a little bit.
Almost.
Okay. So we'll just take an extra wrap, though. This is still going to be faster.
There we go. Oh,
nice.
Saved it! Holy crap.
That
was clutch.
That was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Yeah, if you were to fall down that ledge, you can just, like, warp SpongeBob over there, push him out of bounds, and then just wrap back up to the top real quick. It's really not that bad, but landing up there saves a lot of time. It's very, very clutch.
Yeah,
so
you're normally supposed to...
really nice.
You're normally, in this section, you're actually supposed to go into overshadow mode and then defeat 2 ghosts, but also pulling down 2 levers that pull up like a giant staircase. But by just going out of bounds, we avoid that, so that does save a lot of time, thankfully. And then right here, this is mainly just a time movement. I'm going to try and see if I can get the God Cycle.
Yeah, so with using the overshadow jumps to cut corners and the fact that we're fully invincible while in ghost mode, we can actually just, like, even if it's, like, crushed on us, we can still move through the thing. So it actually lets us make a really tight cycle. Fell. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, if you're barely off the ledge, you immediately lose access to your jump, so you can't register a jump. And I was barely off the ledge when that happened, so it didn't input my jump button. But we still made it through at least, which is really nice. And we're gonna go back. The thing normally there's supposed to be a path, like it gives us a free path that we can just go straight. But I'm just gonna do the death warp and then spawn to Timmy. I'm mainly trying to swap to the character that's closest to the end, because sometimes you can actually land, you can actually spawn in close to them, which saves a little bit more time with movement, or just nearby to your allies, which is still much faster. And then right here is going to come up another use of the displacement clip with SpongeBob. So we're actually going to be using it to go, well, there. Okay, ignoring the fact that he actually just fell into the pits of into Fairy World, into the Fairy World dimension. Basically, we're just going to be going through this gate, and we're going to be able to just get through it.
This is like one of the easiest setups in the whole game. It's so easy.
Just do it.
Wall is so
It's
thin.
awesome.
It's so funny. And I'm purposely leaving him plugged in, my player 2 controller plugged in, because I'm going to quit out of player 1 because I can't, there's no way for me to get out of this, the gate. So the fastest way is just for me to really just quit out and then bring it back in Danny, because when I quit out of Danny, the camera is only going to be on to SpongeBob, because Danny's going to be off screen as you see by his icon, and then from here I can just spawn
That was a really
back
good spawn too.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I didn't even really know it.
Yeah, and as we're on our way through here, I saw the name in chat, so I just wanted to shout out Chiringu, who did a lot of work on this game. He's hanging out with us in
Chiringu's
chat.
watching? Oh no!
Yeah, what's up, Chiringu? We see you.
Shout out to Chiringu.
We see you. Yeah, Chiringu and 44K hertz. Yeah, we're like the original co-op duo who found a lot of the stuff that is just
they found like the displacement stuff. They found a lot of the out of bounds routes, stuff like that. And after Jax and I found out that we both played this game like as kids, we looked up their former world record for any percent, and that's what got us into the game. So
yeah,
the big shout outs to Chiringu, to 44100 hertz, and the rest of the Nicktoons community for being so cool.
Yeah, we're chill.
And for all the hard work they've done on this run.
Yeah,
despite how like not many runners there are, it's such a comfy and like cool place to hang. So if you're looking for like something a little bit off the beaten path, or in terms of speedrunning or communities, we highly recommend it. We've actually got like a Nicktoons series Discord.
Yes.
So if you want to do like Unite, you want to do Toy Bots, Battle for Volcano Island, even like the kart racer games, we've got a community Discord for all of that stuff. So it's a great way to meet some people. So if you're interested in checking that out,
Everybody speedrun Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots. I'm sorry.
You're good,
Speedrun all
you're
the
good.
games. Speedrun all the
All
Nicktoons
of
Unite
them.
games.
But yeah, no, there's links on speedrun.com for the basically any Nicktoons game will have this Discord linked. So, and if you're having trouble finding it, just let one of us know. We're pretty chill about those kinds of things. So
Yeah, we're always free
shoot
to
you an invite.
We'll always offer the help if
always happy
necessary.
to help.
Yeah, especially with this game, because this game is like it's difficult mainly because like you're limited with lives, and then like it's a beat 'em up, so of course you have to deal with more combat and also making sure not to lose a lot of health. So this one can be a bit more tough when it comes to combat as well. Toybots is just the hardest one because it's just hard. I've been told, but yeah. Oh wait, I have the wrong controller. I'm holding on to the wrong controller. I forgot I have player 2 plugged in.
Yep.
So.
Controller juggling is a big part about running solo. It can be really annoying sometimes.
Yep.
So this level is pretty sick from a speedrun standpoint, both in this category and in 80%. Because normally the way this level is set up, you're supposed to save a bunch of fairies that are trapped, and then that unlocks a gate in sort of the central plaza area past the Rainbow Bridge. And then afterwards is when you can progress.
That's the fairy on the
Also,
top right. That is just like there visualizing
so
whatever.
dead on the inside. Yeah.
You see that? The look in his eyes. The look of horror.
He's looking at
Also,
the bubblegum pink level. The bubblegum level.
I also, quick note, I think it's worth mentioning, we said that like both in this category and any percent, it's pretty sick. As of basically the start of last level, the routes are pretty much synchronized by now. We're done collecting upgrades, and the levels play out pretty much the same.
Nice.
So, very nice.
So we could set up a nice. Yeah, that was a great cheerleader
That is
jump
a nice
setup.
one.
So you could use a bomb displacement clip to get through that, but it's actually slower because you have to set up the displacement. We're going to do a couple of death works here into kill planes for later sections of the level. So we'll see that right there, and then we'll see another example of it to basically skip platforming through the castle, which I remember being one of the most annoying things to have to deal with before, I don't know if it was you or it was me or you, Drunkle, that found that.
I think it was you. I was just like kind of cheering you on.
Swag trap.
Oh, swag jump?
With this jump.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay. No one saw it. 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 There we go.
Do it again.
Hey,
All right,
look, something just happened. The footage just randomly repeated itself.
that's
anyway.
Incredible.
So we used to think that the way to skip this was to do like a really crazy damage boost or a cheerleader jump, but it turns out you can just
you
just
can
do
just
that.
jump off that mushroom. Yeah, I don't even think we like thought of a damage boost. It just kind of happened one time when we were practicing.
One of my favorite Twitch clips of all time. I don't know if you still have it, but
I don't know where it is. It's hopefully it's around somewhere. But yeah, Jaxler was jumping towards the ledge that we jumped up onto. The octopus robot thing shot a bomb at him. It blew up and it boosted him onto the ledge. And I don't think we've been able to replicate it since.
Also, say hello to the ghostly whale.
One of two times.
And now say goodbye to the ghostly whale.
Well, we're gonna see it again, but for like the next 5 seconds later on at the end. And then Lag
yeah,
City
the
over
ghostly
here.
whale is very underutilized.
This frame rate is so good.
Then we're just gonna be punching with Danny to get into the Crocker fight.
And then
this is probably the hardest part of, especially the solo run, just because so the way that the Crocker fight works, and I'm explaining it now because I'm gonna be quiet for when Crow gets to it. Let's see if we can't get the one cycle in phase 1.
Oh yeah.
But the way it works is that you stun Crocker by dealing enough damage to him. Then you need to freeze and then damage 4 different pillars. And it's a lot easier to do in co-op because you have one player freezing and another player tagging along behind to destroy them so that Timmy doesn't need to go in and out of Frostglow. But Crow does not have that luxury. So Crow, I believe, has hit this one cycle like once or twice.
Only once. Out of like 25 times. Or like 30 times. I don't even know how many times I've been in this level.
It is exceedingly difficult. And it's not even the entire fight. It's primarily the second phase of the Crocker fight.
That one's the easiest one because like all the pillars are close to each other. This one is just very far apart and requires like specific movement, but also because if you actually do a full 180 turn, there is a little animation they do where they move, but it's so slow. So I have to make sure I don't do that as Timmy. So I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen. And right here, I'm gonna get focused. So here it comes. Okay, that wasn't it.
Oh, that missed.
Should move over here. Here we go. Wait. All right. Oh. What?
I missed too. Dang it.
Dang, he hit me every time.
Crocker's kind of evil.
All right,
Very evasive.
here we go.
Press 1.
No, okay. Dang it.
Yeah, cycle's dead.
Cycle's dead.
So we'll get the
unfortunately.
2-cycle here, but
Yeah, it's
that's a
really
little
tough to get RTA-wise for solo. Dang. But in the meantime, while he's doing this animation, I'm actually going to heal up my power and my health because the enemies take a lot, the allies take a lot of damage in this game because there's so many enemies that come in. But also because I need to actually get SpongeBob to have enough purple for the next phase because we're going to be swapping to him immediately. Okay, Crocker's on this side. Actually, no, he's on, okay, yeah, he's on the other side. It's random if he goes either left side or right side. It's common more on right side, so this one was a bit of a rare one. There we go.
I'm just gonna swap to Timmy, and then phase 2 has the exact same kind of thing, but all the pedestals are closer together, so it's way easier to one-cycle this part.
Okay, here we go. 30. Nice. Oh, barely.
Got it. Nice. Nice. Good
close.
save. All right, and so because all of these in this phase they're all so far apart, it's only possible to 2-cycle this. But Crow's gonna do a really cool strat in order to make this a lot easier. So we're gonna DPS the boss with the bombs.
Okay, this one's just in air because yeah.
And then we're gonna leave as SpongeBob. Or no, we break one, leave as Timmy, then partner warp him back, which then allows us to get to the other pillar on this other left side, freeze it, break it, and we're good. Okay, awesome. So that's the first half of the phase. And if we do that strat again on the other side, that gives us the 2-cycle. Great job so far.
Yeah, it's going good, but this one's actually gonna be scarier because he's gonna actually do a power-up that turns me into like one of the little minions right here, and also I just got pushed off by him.
Oh my gosh, he just got carried off screen.
Dang, he gave me
that was funny.
He really gave me the F. That is such a Fairy Odd Parents moment. He just gave me the F. Like he didn't give me an L, he gave me an F.
F for fairies.
F in the chat. Oh wait, there we go. I'm a gremlin.
Yeah, you got turned into goobers, so you're gonna have to. Yeah, so if
Stooges over on the main platform over there, because he just got bombed by his magical missiles there.
Okay,
so it should be one more bomb hit.
Yep. And then position SpongeBob over here. Come on. Okay, good spawn. Let's see if I can.
Good enough spawn. Should be good.
Let's hope. I'm gonna take a spin for safety. Nice.
By the clouds.
Nice. There it is. There's the 2-cycle. Nice, nice, nice.
Good. That's a bit tough as well for like solo wise because the co-op you can have both of the characters just spawn in and then like you can just Timmy use the freeze glove and then the other character being able to hit it. But so this one was a bit more tougher because if I didn't, this would actually result in another of a combat section. And had I gone the 1-cycle in the first phase, would have saved around 35 seconds. So that really shows that like how much that could really save, and but also just because like of its difficulty solo wise, being able to get that would save a humongous amount of time for NG Plus solo. Alrighty.
Yeah, and so now we're coming in towards the end of the run here, which is pretty wild. We've got one more major level, and then a boss fight at the end of that, and then the final boss. So we're making pretty good time here. This has been a great run so far.
This will be a good opportunity to say this. Please feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/crow3893.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Follow Crow, follow Jaxler, follow myself, follow GDQ.
Heck
yeah. Shoutouts to GDQ Hotfix for showing off these cool games that you might not get to see otherwise.
And shouts to Nichole for letting me. Shouts to Nichole for letting me run another Nicktoons game again. Really happy. Okay, good spots. All right. So I have both my. I didn't quit out of SpongeBob because I'm actually going to be using both my controllers at the beginning of this level. So we're currently inside of. We're going to be inside of Goddard. So this is a fantastic voyage of Goddard. where we shrink down and we're inside Goddard's body to find a little like spy camera that Professor Calamitous had put inside of him, which is how he was able to create a universe portal machine to be able to team up with the evil syndicate. So outside of Jimmy's giant paragraph essay right here, we're basically just going to be exploring around Goddard to also make sure that we are able to just get to the audio-visual center of his CPU. And to progress forward, we have to collect these giant bolts. So Timmy's cleft ability is really the only way to pick it up. And we're going to be doing this a couple times to skip collecting some bolts, especially with a partner warp right here. I'm going to actually get the focus on this part. We get a cutscene skip. Let's see if I do it.
Yeah.
Nice. Cutscene skip save.
Nice.
Which also prevents some enemies that normally spawn in here, because the enemies in this level, the fleas, they are a pain because they like to jump around, and if they actually jump, they knock you back. And if you knock back with the bolt with Timmy, you actually have to... You lose the access of it, so you have to go back and get it all over again. And that bolt you see on the floor on the lower area over there, that's normally where we're supposed to collect. But because I did the quit out method, I was able to just use the one I picked up earlier. And then you can
so essentially what Crow is doing is something called bolt smuggling, where typically what happens is if you disconnect a controller that is interacting with an object like Timmy with the cleft and the bolt, it'll normally drop it as soon as you swap characters. But if Timmy's busy doing something, then instead what will happen is the AI doesn't really recognize that it's holding on to something, and it'll just hold on to it for you. So if you swap back to that character and use a partner warp, then you can bring it with you elsewhere. And so we're going to use that platform right there to skip bringing out the bubble, and then we're going to do another bolt smuggle right here. Unfortunately, I didn't get a great warp.
Let's just hope that this bot doesn't interrupt me. Okay, good. It went back.
Oh, jump, nice.
Alright, here we go. Nice. Alrighty, so awesome. So there's that bolt that's all the way over there that we're normally supposed to collect. It's really tough because the fleas around it are actually... You have to defeat those enemies first before you can even collect the bolt, because they're going to continuously jump around you and make you drop the bolt. So we were able to just avoid, I think, around 15 seconds of combat, and then also some slight backtracking with it. And then oh, that's a good Timmy spawn. Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, so you make the cycle
Very
here.
nice.
So Timmy's actually going to chill back here for a little bit. Not only while we do this platforming, but we're also going to set Timmy up with another basically bolt smuggle setup. But it's not because we need the bolt. So the way that the displacement glitch, I believe, was initially discovered is that if a character is holding something as they walk into a loading zone or cutscene, then they auto-drop it. But the game doesn't update the hitbox, so it activates the displacement glitch for us. So we don't even need to set up a bomb with SpongeBob here. We're just going to use Timmy. And I believe it's a slightly bigger hitbox because we're using the bolt twos. So we get to do
slightly bigger.
Yeah, so we get to do a really interesting little clip right here. So the way that this level is set up is we're supposed to get security clearance for the other three characters besides Jimmy to access more of Goddard's internals, which kind of look like weird, flashback, Jimmy's backyard memory segments, but they are always loaded out of bounds. And so what we can end up doing is going out of bounds to one of these, entering the load zone, skipping it, and then that takes us to the center area right before the boss fight at the end of the level. We're going to do a couple more wraps here.
All right, one more, and then I'm going to be able to hit the
one more, and hopefully we hit the load zone right away.
All right, okay, this should be it. There we go.
There you go, nice. And we're going to do a very funny looking out of bounds. There is just...
Yeah, this is a real goofy one.
And so right there you actually saw Crow.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay, yeah, that happens sometimes.
Does it? I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's funny. But yeah, no, we can just skip the whole thing right there. And that takes us straight into the flea mini boss.
That's 5 minutes save right there.
Yeah, actually. So something that Crow did here before going into the fight is actually pick up a bomb and throw it with Timmy. We want to get rid of displacement glitch because, again, with your hitbox being so big, it can actually push around the mini boss, sometimes causing issues like soft blocks or being unable to do optimal DPS. This fight is brutal, and so we need every advantage we can get. So that's why we disable the glitch going into this.
Yeah, you may notice, if you look in the bottom left of the screen, what's done. Yeah, we have 25 extra lives. That's about to go way down. Our AI companions here are very good at taking damage. So they are going to get just massacred by the flea bot and the little mini fleas that he sends out. So, because they just run into these shockwaves, they're going to get hit by all of these red lasers while we're trying to do as much damage as we can to the bot. So then he jumps up over there, he starts recharging and healing himself, so we need to hit the drums, which he did. And now we need to keep damaging
There we go.
him.
Got the spot.
I didn't quite get the bomb set up.
This is
He almost got it.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
nice.
Big damage.
Wait,
That's
hold up.
huge.
It is. Oh, come on.
Oh
If
my
you get the
gosh, that was
oh.
close. Oh my gosh.
That was really
wild.
good. Well, you saw his health
we're
just
doing the
melt
same
away.
bomb setup like we were with Plankton, but it is very precise to set up on the flea bot.
Yep,
So-
and now he's doing a 5 slam right here, and on the 5th one, he can either stay in the same spot or move. Let's see if he moves. Okay, he still stays. That saves time. Nice. There we go.
And that's the
Awesome.
wow.
That's the 3
That was
cycle.
a
good flea bot
very,
fight. Holy
very fast
crap.
flea bot fight.
This might actually be
That
a
was
dose.
incredible.
Yeah.
Probably on
He's
fire.
getting the-
Yeah,
That's pretty
normally, like, if you're not doing the bomb strat that Crow did, you're doing a lot less damage to him, so he heals more often, he's jumping around, he's sending out mini fleas. You will die a lot. Like, your extra lives just go way down. So that was
Gold.
a
Oh my gosh, that was a
fight.
10-second gold.
Holy
Holy
crap.
good one.
Wow.
Dang.
That
Wow.
is incredible.
Nice. So now we're in the last level. We figured out where, we were able to find out where Professor Calamitous and the Evil Syndicate are, and they're in this giant orb to protect them from the universe dimension bomb. And basically, oh yeah, by the way, shout out to Professor Calamitous being on 3 pillows,
We love a
It's
short
so
king.
funny.
and to Tim Curry for voicing him.
I keep forgetting that that's Tim Curry. I love Tim Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry is also the mastermind in Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights.
Hey, that's a good game right there.
That is a very good game. Yeah, the way that this fight is structured is that there's 4 different walkways, each of which have a lever that makes one of the 4 bosses vulnerable, and each one can only be broken by a specific character's ability. So we actually have a route that was mapped out by, I believe it was Stringu and Hertz, and I think we're still using the same route to this day.
Yes.
Where you hit the button, you have to hit the buttons in a specific order in order to get the platforms to align so that you can cross safely. But for the first one, at the very least, we're only going to need to hit one button because Danny can hover the gap for one of the platforms with his Going Ghost ability. So we're going to start with Danny here. And then we're going to see a bunch of partner warps here because generally one of the characters will follow us, but not both. So we're going to rely on the fact that they're not going to be able to come with us so that they stay by the boss. So as soon as the opening presents
Ghostly
itself,
Whale.
we can start doing DPS. Yep, there's
Or
the
our
last Ghostly
second
Whale of
and
the run.
last use of Ghostly Whale for the run, yeah.
And then we're gonna first.
Oh, it's kind of
eliminate
unfortunate
Vlad.
how underutilized that move is.
Alright, so this will be a 2-hit for this cycle, for the Vlad part. And the
Alright.
funny thing about this boss is that you can hit the characters through the other side of the orb, which is very, very funny.
I'm gonna hit this button.
Yeah.
To
Also,
spawn down
big
there.
shout outs to the extremely goofy sounds they make when you hit them.
Oh,
Like
Plankton
Calamitous especially.
And Plankton. Plankton is so funny because it goes like, duh, duh, duh. It's
Oh,
so
the whole
funny.
crew is coming with you. That's really
Oh.
unlucky.
Okay, I'll try and see if I can back this up.
Gang's all here.
Alright. Let's see if I'm able to do this. There we go. Managed to back it up. Here comes Plankton.
Yeah, so we're gonna go get some rotation in here in a second.
All right, it's gonna be a 3. Normally, you have to I try and limit them between with at least 2 spins, but it's gonna have to be a 3rd one, or yeah, a 3rd one.
Oh, that
And
was
then-
close.
Okay, and then I have to look. I have to
Nice.
look back at this because I'm using a chart to figure out where I have to slam in order to basically.
It can be really easy to get disoriented.
Yeah, it's really tough also because of you can't really tell unless you see the colors of the rays on the floor, but only 2 of them are shown at a time. And then wait, did Plankton's voice line just play for a second right there? I swear I thought I just heard it. Oh no, it's perfect. Oh no, wait.
This game.
Oh dang it!
It's so busted.
I got shrunken down, so I can't do attacks when I'm shrunken down, but I should be lucky enough that it probably will go back up by the time I'm over here. Because that's used to.
You can also drop into the pit and instantly unshrink.
Oh, there we
no,
go.
you're good. You don't even have to worry about it.
Yay!
I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna swap to a different character, and then we do the pause right there as well to reset the camera so that we can get the partner warp.
Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, that's a good Crocker spot right there. It is also possible to defeat these enemies with. Oh, yo!
That was a one cycle.
Okay,
Yo!
I'm gonna say that.
Incredible.
That has never happened
Crocker
before.
in shambles.
Like outside of
Nice.
it happening with a bubble bomb, that has never happened before for me. That is my first time ever getting that.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Crocker will never recover from this.
Yay!
All right, and so this will be the last phase here. So time is gonna be on final hit here.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna do this one as Timmy. We're gonna swap Jimmy swap to Timmy one more time, and we'll get ready on time here.
Yes. So time's on final hit. Let's get ready. We'll have to get prepared for that. It can be random because sometimes it takes a bit before its health goes down. Alrighty.
All right.
Ready on time?
This might be a 3-hit now.
Oh, yep, 3 hit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
one more.
Okay, and time.
GG. Nicely
Nice.
done.
What is it?
G
Awesome
freaking
run.
G. Great
What was
run.
just curious? What was my final time? Is it known?
Letting it catch up.
Ah, of course.
It'll be just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
104.35.
104.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's
Sub 105.
really solid.
That is nice. That is
That's a
awesome.
nicely
fantastic
done.
time.
Thank you. Yeah. This game can just randomly make you lose time, so that's kind of why the estimate was a bit higher up compared to like my actual PB. Because my PB, I actually got a PB earlier today while practicing, and I got the time down to 1 hour and 30 seconds. So yeah, that was
So nice.
It was a huge improvement.
Yeah, I think like when Jax did his hotfix run like all that time ago, Vlad just like refused to take damage on the final fight. And
Yeah, I saw
started the level.
that fight. It was
I had
so
that
cool.
happen.
We don't even know what happened.
Yeah,
he just stopped taking damage.
I had it happen in a glitchless run, and it was pretty unfortunate. It was like so sad.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, so that can randomly happen. Oh,
Not that we have no idea, but where could we find you if we had wanted to, Crow?
Great question.
that is a good question. Let's see. Let's see. Anybody know what is a streaming platform that starts with a T that normally has some speedrunners live streaming their attempts? Any
I have
guesses?
no idea,
I
actually.
don't know. TikTok.
Oh,
No.
I know. That is called Twitch. And you can find me at twitch.tv/crow3893.
Oh my goodness.
You should go follow Crow. Crow is awesome.
Crow is awesome. Doesn't get enough credit for all the work he does.
I still like to
He's
help
awesome.
out. There's like a lot of games I enjoy running, like primarily the childhood games I grew up playing, and I actually do have some like really good times, and there are still some that I plan to work on. The Nicktoons ones are my primary ones. Mainly this game, Attack of the Toy Bots, and Volcano Island. I have world record in almost every single category for all those games. And then some of the other ones that I used to also play as well within the SpongeBob series, so like Battle for Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob SquarePants Creature from the Krusty Krab, and recently now I'm actually going to start running the SpongeBob SquarePants movie because of Jackster as well. Thank you once again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry in advance, Crow.
Hey, not a problem at all.
That game is brutal. That game is so brutal.
I mean, hey, if it's a game that Jackster plays, it's most likely a good game.
That's true. Yeah, as a general principle, that's true.
Yes,
see about that.
So you may be wondering what is currently happening right now. We basically stopped Professor Calamitous, and SpongeBob was able to save the day by unplugging everything because of the power backup supply. And also, so now all the Nicktoons heroes are going away, and so right now Timmy's saying goodbye to Jimmy, and this is also a little Power Hour reference. So this game does mention the Power Hour right here, and here comes a really here's the final ending of the cutscene.
Just one more thing to take care of. Siggy, get out of my lab!
Eye roll.
Get out of my lab.
That eye roll was about half of this game's budget right there.
It was the only time the game was ever in 60 frames. Let's just say that. That was the only time the game was... Yep.
That's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get kicked out, join the Nicktoons Discord. You can find it on speedrun.com or just DM one of us for an invite. Thank you for having us, Crow. Thank you for having us on the mic.
Of course, yeah. Thank you guys so much. Like, really, like, I'm
thank you for
glad.
being here.
And then, yeah, like, shouts to Chiringu, 44-100 Hertz, being the OG runners of this game, finding many of these strategies. And yeah, Chiringu is in chat right now. So yeah, thank you again, Chiringu. And if you can, forward the message as well to Hertz if you're able to. But yeah, this was really fun. Really happy I got to show this one off because this one is out of the 4 Nicktoons Unite games, this one was, in my opinion, the most interesting one. And it was really nice, especially with the speedrun as well. So absolutely huge thank you again to GDQ Hotfix, as well as Nichole for letting me be able to showcase this again on another As Seen on TV. I'm really happy that I got to do this again. It was really fun.
Of course. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this really great vlog of As Seen on TV. Look forward to the rest of GDQ Hotfix for the remainder of the weeks. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching.
All right. Thank you so much.
Night.
Bye. All right, chat. That has been it for tonight's episode of As Seen on TV. I am Nichole Goodnight. Thank you so much for being here. We had a great episode. It was a lot of fun. If you want to catch more of me, you can find me on my own Twitch at Nichole Goodnight. I will be in a couple weeks practicing for Crossed Fatales, so I'm very excited about that. But stay tuned for Think Fast coming up after the break. And again, get some water, get something to snack on, stretch. We will see you soon. Thank you so much for being here.